Grapple girl, zipping through the zone. Victory royale, she's sitting on a throne. Banana sundaes, peeling back the wind. Golden skins glimmer, let the blitz begin. Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Yeah, zero build, but she's stacking skill. Fortnite move sharper than a katana kill. Loot crates popping, storm closing in. Her controller clicks like a violin. She's the queen of the drop, no cap. Map to map, she's closing the gap. Yapple Hour hits, giveaways explode. The gaming world bows as her story's told. Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Rappers Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Blitz in the skies, her moves are prime. Gaming goddess in her Fortnite prime. Banana Sundays, she's the GOAT. Grapple girl's legend, forever she rolls. Get right again. Grapple girl, zipping through the zone. Victory royale, she's sitting on a throne. Banana sundaes, peeling back the wind. Golden skins glimmer, let the blitz begin. Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Yeah, zero build, but she's stacking skill. Fortnite move sharper than a katana kill. Loot crates popping, storm closing in. Her controller clicks like a violin. She's the queen of the drop, no cap. Map to map, she's closing the gap. Yapple Hour hits, giveaways explode. The gaming world bows as her story's told. Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Rappers Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Blitz in the skies, her moves are prime. Gaming goddess in her Fortnite prime. Banana Sundays, she's the GOAT. Grapple girl's legend, forever she rolls. Get right again. Grapple girl, zipping through the zone. Victory royale, she's sitting on a throne. Banana sundaes, peeling back the wind. Golden skins glimmer, let the blitz begin. Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Yeah, zero build, but she's stacking skill. Fortnite move sharper than a katana kill. Loot crates popping, storm closing in. Her controller clicks like a violin. She's the queen of the drop, no cap. Map to map, she's closing the gap. Yapple Hour hits, giveaways explode. The gaming world bows as her story's told. Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Rappers Grapple girl, swinging through the digital swirl. V-Bucks raining, grab your thrill. Don't forget Yapple Hour, seal the deal. Blitz in the skies, her moves are prime. Gaming goddess in her Fortnite prime. Banana Sundays, she's the GOAT. Grapple girl's legend, forever she rolls. Get right again.
Hello? Hello, guys. Hello. This tea is burning my mouth off. How are we doing? Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. Happy new update Eve. Happy Act 3 Eve. Guys, welcome in. How are we doing? Chicky. Chicky, I feel like I haven't chatted with you in so long. I hope all is well. Chicky in the house. Palmer Games. Hello. Jay, Bebop, Danny, hello, JB, Fort with the 50 stream streak. Holy cow. Fort, thank you so much. That's a lot of streams. Palmer, I think I said hi. Norin, hello. CJ, Lifestrong, my brand. Soup, hello. Holly, hello. Maggie, hello. I know Vicmo was in here. Bebop, Games, Steelman. Guys, welcome in. How we doing? How we doing? How's everyone feeling? How is your life going? I feel like my life has been crazy this week because I have a huge deadline on Monday, so I've had so much lawyering to do. Like I'm trying to catch up on my lawyering. It's been so busy. Aunt's recovery is going well. Tomorrow's 1 week. I can't believe tomorrow's 1 week post surgery already. So, just been helping out with him. Wes had this like weird mouth thing all night, but it seems to have resolved. But she was keeping me up at night. Been worried about her. Your life is going at 110 miles per hour. Hello. Ant's healing really well. I can't believe tomorrow is 1 week post-op. And he's been doing great. He's like, 70% functional. I have to help him like carry things from the kitchen into where he's camped up or making meals and things like that. But he's fine and doing the brunt of West things like walking her and taking care of her. So it's been a lot, but we're okay. Lennox, hello, welcome in. I cannot believe it's a week already, guys. I really cannot believe it. A week post surgery. Next week's gonna be crazy. I have a huge filing on Monday. And I filmed that work girl content for my law firm. And I have a huge mediation in Manhattan on next Thursday. So I just have a lot going on, but I think everyone does. Did I put this on wrong? I might have put this on wrong. Maya with a 6-month resub. No flipping way. I definitely think I put this on wrong. Let me fix it. Holy cow. How's school going? Oh my God, why can't I get this on right? Any little thing is going to make me crash out today. It's not you guys, it's me. It's definitely me. It's not you guys. I can't get this earbud on right, even though I've been using it all day. I think I put it on backwards. Like if it was to go to my ear, it'd go this way. So it'd have to be this way, this way. So it's gonna have to be this way. So let's see if that'll work. If not, I'll flip it. Hello, welcome in. Officially free this summer. My last final was yesterday. Congratulations, Maya. What are the summer plans? What are your summer plans? Tell us now. Are you going to take any time for yourself? Are you going to do any traveling? Oh, this earbud is cooked. I'm going to flip it. Flip it, flip it. Flip it, flip it. I gotta love that I accidentally removed it. Okay. June, oh my goodness, with a 70 stream streak. Danny with a 50 stream streak. So Fort and Danny both have 50 stream streaks. June with a 70 stream streak. That's a lot of freaking streams, guys. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much. It's crazy. Maya said relaxing and going out a lot more. Yeah, I can't believe how cold it's been, Maya, in like the New York, New Jersey area. Like it's been raining and cold. It's like I'm still wearing long sleeves, my light North Face hoodies. Like it's cold out. Like will we ever get summertime? Like this girl needs some sun in her life. Professional lurker, occasional chatter. Honestly, Danny, that's been me a lot lately. Like there's only so much energy I have. You know what I mean? With like caregiving, like caretaking with Aunt and West and lawyering. Like honestly, all the stream stuff is like on the back burner. So I feel that. JB, thank you for being here. Welcome in. That's a pretty blouse. Thank you, Chicky. I have 3 different versions of this blouse, which you guys all comment on and say how pretty it is. I have 3 different versions of this blouse that I got on Amazon, actually. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's super comfortable. It is nasty. You mean outside? Yeah, it's gross out. I'm like, when are we going to get some warm weather? Although I think warm weather is incoming. Thank you so much, GB. Let's see. Let's see what the weather is this weekend in the great area of New York City. Rain today, rain tomorrow. Friday's gonna be 64 degrees, and I have an event Friday night locally, but still, it's gonna be cold. Looks like Sunday might be 82. Ooh, we got some 90s next week. Of course, it's gonna go from like 60s to 90. Like, this is what I can't stand about this time of year. I fear I die when I saw the Overwatch update. Yes, I need to check out all of the updates. We're gonna do that together because I was really locked in. I have this like huge deadline on Monday for lawyering, so I've been kind of locked in on the day during the day. And honestly, last night I crawled into bed at like 6 p.m. I was so exasperated. I really like the cup, but it's so big. I thought it was a jug. Brain, hello. Thank you. My Minecraft mug. It's my favorite mug now. We go up to almost 90 and then right back down to 60s. That's us. Like, what is going on with this weather? Kids have been crazy. I need the slightly warm weather so I can send them outside more. And yeah, do you want to send the kids outside in 90-degree weather? It sounds awful. June said just ran nearly 3 miles. Okay, enjoy. I need to get back. I need to get back into working out. I think that's like the missing piece here, and probably why I'm so tired. Chrome is live right now. I'm lurking in his stream. So real. I finished school, but still feel like I have something to turn in. Oh my goodness, it's been a long semester. You know, I haven't been in school since um 2012, right? I graduated law school 2012. It's weird to say that out loud because it feels forever ago. That's how old I am. But I still, every now and then, will have like a fever dream that I forgot an assignment or like am not going to graduate, even though like I'm a bona fide licensed lawyer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think those anxiety dreams ever go away. Gators, hello, welcome in. We have a new friend, Josh, welcome in. Guys, I hope everyone's doing okay. Kaiser, hello. I don't know if I said hi to you. We're just getting started here. We're just getting started. I'm like literally, I was lawyering literally up until I went live. Lean, hello. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday. Guys, I hope you guys all had like really good weekends. Weekdays. Weekdays? I can't even speak anywhere. It was going to be an interesting stream. Also, there was something I wanted to do in my audio mixer. Let me do that real quick. I forgot. I want my mic to be the loudest part. I want that to all be there. Interesting. Oh, yes, this is exactly what I needed. Yes. Yes. Don't mind me while I tinker. Oh, but yeah, that's way too loud. Make that lower. That lower. Yes. Okay. Sorry. Something I had meant to do a million years ago. I saw for it. I thanked you already. You must have missed it. Thank you. Sugar, hello. Welcome in. Maya said, I'm happy that my fall semester schedule is way better since I love morning classes more. It's nice to get classes over with, right? It's like nice to, like, I always do my heavy work in the morning as well. Like, I like to get the heavy work done as soon as I can and have like I actually block out my mornings up until 11. Like, I try not to do calls so I could do like heavy writing. So you're prepping for your fam's dinner? Street tacos. That sounds delicious. Sugar, how's Aunt? Aunt's doing really, really good. Tomorrow will be a week. Calvin! Thank you so much for the 3 months. That's awesome. Tomorrow's the big day, but I got this. You got this. How long is the recovery time? We'll be thinking of you. Just take it easy. Don't rush it. You know what I mean? Let's see. What do I want to listen to? I need some music in my life. All right. Okay. My nose is, I don't know if it's the weather too. My allergies have been insane lately. I like to wake up, go to class, and knock out when I get home. That makes sense, Maya. GMO in the house, welcome in. I really feel like I have to sneeze. You couldn't stress eating, you're going to do okay. How long is the recovery, Calvin? You got this. I know you do. You got this. And tomorrow is his 1 week post-op from his surgery, and he's doing really good. He's like 70% functional, maybe like 80%. I mean, he could do a lot on his own. I just try to help him with the things he can't really like carry like, or move around really, and helping like if he needs meals and stuff like that, and making sure I'm the one walking the dog and things like that. So it's not so bad. We're like hitting a new normal, I guess, in this process. Steelman, hello, how are you doing? Welcome in. I'm not sure. I took off tomorrow, Friday, and Monday. That's good. Give yourself a long weekend to recover. My boss said I could have Tuesday if I'm still not well. That sounds like a really good boss. That's awesome. Yeah, he's doing well. He really is. I'm really impressed and proud how quickly he is back on his feet. You're not doing bad. That sounds good, Steelman. Will we have a Thursday stream with you? Steelman usually streams Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2:45 p.m. Eastern. Or no, 3:45 p.m. Eastern. The way I also feel like just out of it. Like this past week, like the post op, like all of this, and then the lawyering, which has been brutal and grueling. Like everything has put me in like a daze. Like honestly, I'm in my like, own little world over here. The lawyering was okay. I mean, I did like a lot. I've been working a lot this week. I'm just trying to get everything done and caught up. Next week I have a big mediation on Thursday, so I'm not going to stream that much next week just because I won't be able to. I'll probably do Sunday through Tuesday. I'll need Wednesday and Thursday off. But remember, in the weekend of Memorial Day weekend's the big stream here. So I also have to plan for that. That's coming up quickly. It'll be a week from Sunday, and it'll be a 3 p.m. to midnight stream because we'll be on Twitch front page. We got a lot coming up. My son just saw your creeper mug and asked me to tell you that he has a grave digger mug. No way. I love that. I would love to see a picture. J. Lou, hello, welcome in. Steelman said probably not this week. Old man is pretty tired. I feel that. I'm exhausted. But I mean, not because I'm watching basketball, because I'm lawyering and caretaking. Saito Suplex, welcome in. Allie, hello, how's Italy? This week has been rough. CJ, I don't know what your signs are, but I heard the cardinal signs. So like Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, like we're all going through it. Like our astrology sucks right now. And I'm a Libra sun, Capricorn rising. So I think it's just like, this is my life. It's supposed to clear up next week and be better, astrology speaking, but it's just been really rough. It's just like everything hit at once. It's like ants recovery. I gotta do a little more than usual in the day to day. I'm in my lawyering with the deadlines next week. But hopefully my one case settles next week for a lot of money. And not only that, Q2 is ending. Like, Q2 is ending next week. I gotta do my bookkeeping and all that stuff. Like, Q2 flew by. Like, I cannot believe we will be officially halfway done with the year. Like, I feel like not enough people are talking about that. Like, how will we be halfway done with the year in the next 2 weeks? That is crazy. Like, I'm not ready. Like, I'm not ready. So, the Knicks are rolling right now. I know. I'm so proud of the Knicks. I wore a Knicks t-shirt on Monday's stream. I'm so proud of them. It's nice to see Knicks on top, finally. In the morning, we're in Antarctica. In the afternoon, we're in the Sahara Desert. No, that stinks, Allie. I feel that Capricorn here. Yeah, our signs right now are screwed, and I'm really feeling it. CJ, have to drive soon. No, I hope you're safe. I hope you're safe. Next week is last week of school, so ready. Wow, you guys finish early. We're in the New York, New Jersey area. We don't finish till end of June. So the kids still have a while left, and we don't go back till September. Calvin with the 15 stream streak. Thank you so much. Maya said I was taking 6 classes this semester, but now I'm only taking 4 for the fall. Ooh, so you'll have a lot more free time. 6 is a lot of classes. I remember when I tried to do 5 or 6, it was just like too much. Especially if you have like labs and stuff, it's just too much. I'm glad I got my streak working. Let's go. Hey, I just sent you a picture. My 4-year-old! Knicks OKC finals would be nice. Like, do you think that's what's going to happen, Steelman? We'll have to be enemies during this process. Vic Mo, hello, welcome in. Today I won a game and a guy came harassing me in the PlayStation messages. What? For real, Ali? You should put him on blast. He typed the beginning and I translated. Oh, B, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Let me go see. Oh my goodness, I love it. This is so cool. I love when you guys like post your lives in the Discord. Let's make it smaller. Look how cute it is. This is good. I like the eyes light up. This is a really cool mug. I'm kind of jealous. I love that my stream's on in the background too. It's adorable. What a cool cup. I don't have any mugs that light up actually. That is very cool. That is very, very cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I'm done with the science part so I don't gotta do lab. Yeah, I remember labs being like 3, 4 hours. And for some reason, my freshman year I had a lab on a Friday afternoon, which was like the worst thing ever from 12 to 4. Oh my goodness, Kay! Holy hell! Massive raid! Holy hell! Kay, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Kaweef and Foss Amped and Bad Panda and Jimmy Disco. Calvin come in. I was watching both. Pingo Agent, Canada Journey, Darth. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Chaos. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Taco, hello. Kay, thank you so much for the raid. Darth Daver, hello. If you guys do not know me, I am Grapple. I've been streaming for 2 years, 4 months almost, which is crazy to think about. We were partnered in March, so we're kind of newer Twitch partners. In real life, I'm an employment lawyer. I own my own law firm in New York and New Jersey. It's been a grueling week with the lawyering this week, so I've been kind of talking about that. But this is my fun space, my creative space. I look forward to hanging out with the community. We're going to be doing some bingo if you guys want to stick around. Stream Bounty is the name of the extension. You could grab a card for free. Or we're giving away a $30 Epic gift card or PayPal. We'll put all the winners on a wheel, and then we spin the wheel for the $30. Thank you guys so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. We love making new friends here. We are family friendly-ish, which I know is unusual because we have some teens that hang out. And that's pretty much it. Ask away any questions you might have. Merc, hello. Canada, hello. Primero, hello. Bad Panda, thank you for the hearts. Guys, welcome in. Taco, I love you. Welcome in. From the new monetized Murky. That sounds fun. Vero, did I say it right? W Lawyer Streamer. I know, but it's not many of us. You're my neighbor in PA, Foss. That's awesome. What's up with the weather? I don't know if you guys have had it. I've been wearing long sleeves and hoodies still. Although it looks like maybe next week we're going to get some 90s weather, of course. But yeah, the weather's been awful. Mackie, hello, welcome in. Ninja Girl, hello. W family friendly. We're like family friendly-ish, we say. Because sometimes we could be a slip of the tongue. Thank you, Chaos, for that. Welcome in, guys. So you see a lot of yapping here. We do a lot of yapping. And then we'll jump into some solo games today and try to knock out some bingo. But welcome in, new friends. I hope you guys had a great time with Kay. Oh my goodness. Wait, let me see. Allie, I can't believe someone harassed you on Fortnite. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. I hope you reported him. That's crazy. Don't talk about Mario and we'll be family friendly. I was not falling for that, Norin. It was actually really funny, that clip on socials. How do I join bingo? So bingo, you're going to look for the stream bounty. If you are on desktop, you're going to look where my stream pad is. Where the chat is, there should be an icon for Stream Bounty and like Amazon Prime. Or if you're on mobile, it's going to be right below me before chat. You'll see like icons and you look for Stream Bounty. You just got to connect your account, grab a card. And then eventually when you have bingo, like enough balls for bingo, just make sure you click on them and submit bingo. And you have to be here when we spin the wheel tonight because I need the winner here. That's the whole point. What the hell, Mick? No! Back to back massive raids? What the hell is going on here? What? Pork Dumpling coming in. Ford, hello. Steelers Dad. Chaos, hello. Witchy, hello. Cash, hello. Chris Kringle, hello. MK, hello. Abby, hello. I said hi to Pork. Tribal, CJ. Let's see. Chicky, hello. Welcome back. Drop it like it's hot. This is crazy. The back-to-back raids is wild. You're staying awake till 4 a.m.? No, we got to get you out of here sooner. Oh my God, Mike, almost adulting. He just hit his partner numbers and he's waiting for his application to open. Also, Mick Burley, who just rated us, is pushing for partner. So everyone, if you can, give her a massive follow. I think that was a hard shouty, right? We gave her. and a resub, Mick. You're doing way too much. That's crazy. Mick Burley is pushing for partner. She just rated us. Was that 10 out of 12? Are we at 10 out of 12? I might have lost numbers. You're almost done, girl. You're almost done. I'm so proud of you. You're almost done. 10 out of 12. Let's go. Guys, I can't believe it. Like, Mick, you did so good. You slaughtered it. I mean, I feel like we just talked about you starting this process, and here you are, almost done. She streams again. She streams Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at noon. So Friday would be her next stream at noon Eastern. So that's it. Next week. We'll be done next week. I can't believe it. Yes, Mick, make sure you shut off your stream if you have not shut off your stream. Good reminder. I need a hug, Grapple. We need a massive phone call and mutual hugs. Okay, she did. One time she accidentally left her stream on, and yeah. I will try. I was literally calling her. I was messaging Tribal and calling her in Discord, like, shut your stream off. Saito, thank you for the biddies. Mick, thank you for the 14-month resub. And we had the back-to-back massive rates. That was insane. I don't know why I got so lucky with the girly pops. Kay and Mick Burley with the back-to-back rates. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. If you have to do your after-stream self-care because you're hanging out with Kay or with Mick, please do so. We're just going to be playing some solo Fortnite games and yapping. We do a lot of yapping here. And playing bingo. We're going to give away a $30 Epic gift card or $30 PayPal. If you need help getting the bingo card, just let me know, and I can walk you through that. So glad to be introduced to you today, Faz. You're so sweet. I hope I'm saying your name right. You don't have to give me biddies. I'm trying to give you guys money. So luckily, you know, I'm a lawyer, and I own my own business. So all the money I make in gaming, luckily I could put back into gaming. So we're always doing giveaways here. So in Sundays too, you'll see me in a banana suit. I wear this ridiculous banana suit on Sundays, and we do item shop giveaways. And then I try to switch it up during the week and what we're doing. Bingo's really popular here. And then the weekend of Memorial Day weekend, so a week from this upcoming Sunday, I will be front page of Twitch. So we're getting ready for that. It's going to be a massive 9-hour stream, and I'm just trying to plan what we're going to do in that stream. It's going to be crazy. I definitely want to get people involved, play games, do some customs, do some creatives. We're going to do everything. It's going to be crazy. Tribal, hello, Foz. Thank you again for the bits. Saito, thank you for the bits. You guys are so sweet. I know we have a lot of things happening here, and we just became partnered in March, end of March. So, you know, it's been this whole new world for us. It's been super fun. And if I seem sleepy, it's just because the lawyering has been insane this week. I have a bunch of deadlines next week, right before Memorial Day weekend, of course. And my partner is 1 week post-op from his ACL meniscus surgery. So I'm also being caregiver and nurse. So this has been a crazy week. We actually canceled stream yesterday because I was like, I need to crawl into bed at 6 p.m. I'm like, but we're doing good. We're doing the best we can here with everything going on. So I know I'm so excited for front page too. It's gonna be amazing. You're amazing, Grab. I'm human. I'm just trying to do the best I can. But I always feel supported by everyone here, Steelers Dad. I think that's the that is what I'm so lucky and grateful for. It's just how supported I feel by you guys. And today I was like, I want to play some Fortnite. Even though I could go to bed right now, I want to play some Fortnite. I want to do some yapping. I want to hang out with you guys. Front page hype, it's gonna be crazy. Noreen, I think I'm gonna start the stream on that Sunday with your witch map, the cluck map. So I'll do yapping, jump into that, and then maybe jump into community games after. I know we're gonna have randoms coming into play, but I won't be on the mic with them, so YOLO. Day, my family knew a guy from New Jersey many years ago who went to jail for practice law without a license. That's illegal. Actually, I used to work for New York City. My first job out of law school, I'm 40, so I'm older. My first job out of law school, I represented New York City with the New York City Law Department, and we had cases where people were impersonating lawyers all the time. I think it's more common than people believe, and it's actually a crime, which I don't think people realize. You get arrested and put in jail, and then he sued the city saying it was false arrest, and actually won on a motion. It was actually a pretty cool case. I think it's a famous guy too who was impersonating a lawyer. I forgot his name. Yeah, it's more common than you think it is. That's the crazy part of that. Dark Steel, welcome in. How you doing? I had really crazy cases when I worked for the city because it was at the height of the Eric Garner chokehold and the end of stop and frisk, and everything was so heightened representing New York City agencies. And I was straight out of law school having these massive famous cases, and everything I would file would be page 2 of the New York Post. It was a crazy time, but I'm so glad I started my legal career that way. No, Norin, no, you do not play one on TV. No. Let's see if I missed anyone. Did you read the updates on Zero Build? Yeah, we're gonna go over it, Ellie, because I saw like the Overwatch video, but I didn't watch it. Like I saw it came out, so we're gonna watch. Actually, we'll turn to that in like just a few minutes. I want to see the updates coming out tomorrow. I'm really excited. Tomorrow, I thought we would do customs, but I really want to check out all the updates first. So if we have time, maybe we could do like an hour of customs. But we'll see how tomorrow goes, guys. I stream Sunday through Thursdays at 5. Although the best place to follow my schedule is the Discord with the lawyering and the caregiving of Aunt right now. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? Oh my God, Sugar, she actually forgot she was wearing the banana suit and grabbed her takeout food from the door. I did that on Sunday because I didn't want Aunt, who's like torn ACL meniscus, like hobbling to get the door. So I ran out in my banana suit to get the takeout. And then chat was like, did you really do that? And I was like, I forgot, guys. Rose, hello. I don't think I said hi to you. Welcome in. Big MK said, once you take a bathroom break, I'll be done with bingo. That's crazy. Well, you know, we will be taking a restroom break. We always do. Okay, I'm caught up with chat that way. I knew I missed some things. Let's see. You got Bad Panda in here. I'm not a lawyer, but I watched all seasons of Law and Order. No, Ellie. Some crazy things are going to take place. You mean when I'm front page, Vic? Yeah. I mean, luckily, like anyone saying anything inappropriate will be auto-modded because we have level 4 auto-modding here. So, like, only mods will see like the really crazy things. But I know. Guys, thank you for that hype train. Thank you guys so much. Fem, hello, welcome in. Joe, hello, welcome in. Yeah. Do your colleagues know you stream? I own my own law firm, so it's just me. I don't have colleagues. I do have a co-counsel, and she knows I stream. Like, we team up on big litigation cases together. When I did start streaming when I worked at a firm. Like, I had a W-2 job before I quit and started my own firm. And some people know. Will have my clients. The better question is, do like my clients know I stream, right? Have they ever seen a clip of me in a banana suit? Not that I know of, but it's bound to happen. It's like bound to happen, you know? B Kitty, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been rocking like the brown 90s look lately. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are so sweet. All right, let's see. Did the cards? I want to make sure that all the cards. Oh, we need 4 more followers to get 10 new followers. So that one's. We got a bunch of raids, so that helped. Wow, that really helped our cards. Okay, good. It looks like. Oh, the subs didn't go off. I knew that. We had a bunch of subs and they didn't get called. Calvin. Oh wait, hold on. Maya resubbed. That's weird. They didn't get called off. I'll have to look into that. Maya resubbed. Calvin had resubbed. That's 2. We had Mick resub. Oh wait, was that? Oh, I think I called them on the wrong thing. No, yeah, no, they should have been called. It's weird. I don't know, guys. I call them. That's weird, right, Vic? I don't know why. I'll have to look at it. Is resub a different one on bingo? Maybe that's the one I need to do. I called it anyway. That's not fair. Yeah, imagine, I'm being represented by a streamer. I mean, I will say, though, I think there's value in streaming and holding an audience. Like, I know I'm somewhat polarizing, but I can be very likable. You know, you don't become Twitch partner if you don't have, like, a community behind you. So I'm like, it's not like I'm just, like, in my office hiding, not talking to anyone. Like, you know, lawyering is very much showmanship. It really is. And so I think streaming, like, there's a lot of duality with streaming and lawyering. But I do think it would be jarring if someone saw their very serious lawyer in a banana suit. Like, I definitely. So I guess we'll see how that happens. You have a 5 stream streak. Thank you so much, fam. I hide from my customers. What do you mean, Tribal? That's weird that it's only gifted because I have them separately, gifting and resubs. That's weird. Good to know, though, that I'll look out for that. So we've had 3 resubs, so just something to keep in mind with this bingo card. No one's gotten bingo yet. It looks like we had 110 biddies. All right, good. So it looks like everything's caught up, which is good. We already have 19 out of 57 events called. That's crazy. Smurf, hello. No, I actually really like how big the mug is. There's a lot of tea in here. I don't know. I like the squareness of it. Fam, look at all those points that now that you're getting. My husband just got home and my son is recapping his conversation with you. Bebop, stop. This is why we're family friendly-ish, because we have incredible families that watch this stream. And it's like one of my greatest honors. It's so cute. Bebop, was it you picking up your son and your... No, who was it? Maybe it was Danny. She went to go pick up her son from school and he was singing my theme song. We have a theme song here with our starting scene. And I was like, stop. Like, it's just so cutesy. Like, everyone, it's just adorable. Not to be mean, but the amount of people who think they know everything just gets to me. Tribal, where is that coming from? I feel like I dribble when I drink out of my square mug. I haven't dribbled yet, but I might. I feel like that's so out of context. What? Oh, someone got bingo already. Lifestrong's our first winner. So here's what we do. We put all the winners on a wheel, and you have to be here when we spin the wheel, probably around between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern is a safe bet of when the stream will end. And then we will spin the wheel and someone will win the $30 Epic gift card, or it could be PayPal. With PayPal, you have to be comfortable giving me your email, right? Because it might like dox you, but that's just on you. I'm not going to do anything with the information. So, oh my God, Gator's got a dub too. Apples, welcome in. Howdy, are you all getting bingo already? Poor Allie struggles to get the bingo here. Baggy, hello, welcome in. That's the quickest win of bingo of my life. I love that. I'm excited for you guys. Oh, people, oh my God, Tribal. Not the ageism in my chat over here. Old people and teenagers. Wow, what is going on in this chat? What's going on? Does that mean middle-aged people don't pretend like they know it all? Because I know some people who definitely think they know it all too. Any tech issues yet? Vic! No. Ever since we put it on the bingo, we have had no tech issues. I'm knocking on wood, okay? Oh my God, Bubblegum, you had a massive stream this morning, or at least when I was in there. You're done? Tribal. Just cause all kinds of chaos. Since we were posting mugs, I posted it in my son's Discord. In the Discord, oh, I want to see it. If anybody wants to come join the Discord, we have almost 400 people. Why did that number sound wild to me? In there. It's the best way to keep in touch with me and my schedule. And we have a really beautiful community that we say good morning to each other. All the things. Oh my God, look at this mug. Hold on. Guys, we have an ad starting in 3 minutes, so I'll take a pee break then, and then we'll jump into some Fortnite. Let's see. It's in the sky. I should probably create a scene where I open up window capture. Look how cute this is. Oh, I love this yogurt too. The Jabani Flip S'mores. Look at this mug. This is amazing. It's an M&M's mug. That is really cool. I love this mug. I know, it's so cute. His little face in it is so cute. So this is Sugar Sun's mug, right? The M&Ms. And then Bebop showed earlier, because I'm drinking out of my Minecraft's mug. This is his son's mug, her son's mug. And look how cute, and it lights up the eyes. That's really cool. And look, my stream's on the background, which is like so adorable. I think too, did you post in Touching Grass or something? Oh, here we go. He's normally napping right now, but he's having a very in-depth conversation with his close personal friend Grapple right now. Stop! He's watching it. Look, I'm doing the same thing. I can't. You guys are gonna make me cry out of the wholesomeness of it all. I can't. I'm too emotional. That's adorable. Thank you guys for sharing those moments with us. Seriously, it means the world to me. You have no idea. I will ugly cry in bed tonight on the cuteness of it all. Those eyes, right, on the mug was crazy, Chicky. My baby. You guys have the cutest kids. And we're creating future grapplers here, right? Like, how cute. Part of the banana brigade. Yeah, it's a family affair. I always feel bad when I drop a bunch of F-bombs, though. We're going to try our best to curb that today. Guys, welcome in. What a blessing. Back-to-back raids from Mick and from Kay. I really appreciate it. And look at these amazing communities. And we love collecting amazing people and adding it to our community. Yeah, that's what it says in the Discord, Grapple's Banana Brigade, because I wear the banana on Sunday. Elf is here. This is why we keep this stream fan friendly. Exactly, we try our best. Same thing in the Discord too. You know, I was saying this earlier today in the Discord. Like we have teens and stuff, so we have to be really careful what we post and who we're reaching out to. We have minors, and I take that privilege and protection very seriously. Elf's like, I have arrived. Thank you for biddies. I wonder, do those biddies get called off on the card? Hold on. No, it didn't, even though you paid like 300 biddies. I'm gonna call it. That's weird. I don't know. It's weird, the stream body with the subs and the biddies today. Because that's 300, and we had Saito give 100. Yeah, let's just call these. We like to have as many people win and get on the wheel. So can we call it? Oh yeah, Vic, is that what you need? I agree. We'll call it as a tech issue, stream baddie tech issues. Thank you, Bubblegum. I've been rocking the brown lipstick. The 90s brown lipstick. I can explain the biddies. Is it because it goes to a different, it's going to stream bounty. They can calculate that. I was never like a lipstick girly, and then all of a sudden this, what the heck is Elf? No, way too many biddies today. Put your wallet away. Way too many biddies. Holy hell. You guys are spoiling me today. So is that why? Because it's going to the extension? But you think it's going to the extension that's counting the money. That it can count the money that it's going to. That sounded crazy. But you know what I mean. Poncho, thank you for the lurk. I got 3 different ways to finish the bingo. Oh my goodness. Hello, Pink Gemini. Welcome in. How you doing, girly? We got blessed with 2 massive raids, and I'm just enjoying and taking it all in. We have an ad break, so I'm gonna take a quick pee break. I hate for people to miss things because we're in an ad, so we'll mark that off as well. Yeah, I do see it in the payouts, Steelers Dad. Okay, we're gonna do a quick pee break. Everyone grab their bingo cards. We got a lot of stuff called off already. If you need help on how to grab a card, just put it into chat. Me or a mod could help. I'll be right back. Wow, look at all these bingos. That was Vic. Vic was like, can we call this as a tech issue? All right. All right, guys, I am back. Elf, go enjoy your dinner. Pink, yes. Can you hear me? I want to make sure you're not in an ad. Oh my God! On mobile, it's just right below me. You should see like little boxes. Click the boxes, look for stream bounty. Let's go, buddy. Thank you for the raid. Holy hell, this is a crazy stream. Welcome in. Thank you for thinking of me. I'm sorry I couldn't yap in your stream. I was really lawyering today. Consultations, a complaint I'm amending and drafting. It was crazy. My brain is definitely splat. Guys, welcome back from the ads. Let's Go Buddy, aka Ed, is a really good friend of the stream. He's my New York brother. He's from Long Island originally. He plays Fortnite. We always have a good time with him. I know! Everyone, thank the Raiders and go follow them. Let's Go Buddy, Mick Burley, and Kay. Please go follow everybody. Oh, we bring you tidings of joy in a small platoon. No, believe me, thank you so much for, you could go anywhere and you come here? Like, excuse me? I'm so honored. Thank you so much, Ed. I hope your games went well. How was the stream? If you have to do your after stream self-care, totally understand. G.I. Jonesy, thank you so much. You're not late. You're just on time. Thank you for saying hi. Pink, let me know if you need help getting the bingo card. If you guys are new here, you're looking for something called Stream Bounty. That's the name of the extension. We call it bingo. If you're on desktop or a tablet or your laptop, it's going to be where my stream pet is. Oh, this way. My stream pet with a chat. It's going to be like a little symbol there. You'll see like an Amazon symbol, maybe a Stream Elements or something, and you'll see Stream Bounty. If you're on mobile, it's going to be right below me, like right above where you see like the bits and subs or whatever, like that leaderboard thing. Above chat, you'll see like a box where you could get your stream bounty. Abby, thank you for the 3 stream. Oh wait, I thought it was Abby. Elf had a 3 stream streak. Abby, welcome in. Okay, let me see. I know you guys are killing it with the bingo. Maya checking in, Husky checking in. Thank you guys. Oh, when you see stream bounty, it should be that. It's showing who won. I think for you, either refresh the stream or you might have to log in or out to Stream Bounty. That's happened to me before in Flex's stream, who I love. You guys know I love Flex. And it showed the leaderboard and I had to unconnect my account and reconnect it. So I'm sorry. You might just have to do that. Madam Lisa in the house. Yeah, try opening and closing it first. Oh, enjoy, Smurf. Please go rest. It's so important. Yesterday, as you guys know, I canceled stream. I needed to crawl into bed at 6 p.m. I was like just so burned out. This alley-phobic? What do you mean? Hello, Lisa. I hope everything's going well. Guys, welcome in. If you missed it, I grabbed a Diet Cherry Coke. All right, let's look at the Fortnite updates, and then I really want to play Fortnite. I haven't gotten to really play Fortnite this week. With Aunt, you know, my partner had ACL meniscus surgery a week ago it'll be tomorrow a week. And I've been like playing nurse and I haven't been playing Fortnite. Big Blue Smurf checking in. Let's go. So I'm like, I really want to play some Fortnite. Oh my God, you're not even close to bingo. I'm sorry, Allie. I'm so sorry. And then you stay up till 4 in the morning waiting for the winner. Like I can't, I'm so sorry. All right, so we have 25 out of 57 events called already. That's crazy. I love a song. Let me know if the sounds are right too. I hope the music's not too loud. Wow, everyone's getting bingo. You guys did really good on this bingo card. It's crazy. All right, let's look at some of the stuff dropping tomorrow. I'm so excited. 4 in the morning is definitely real. I know, MK. That's you, right? And if anybody wants to come join our Discord, we have almost 400 people in there. It's a beautiful and wholesome community. It is just such a beautiful community. All right. So Fortnite released a trailer, right? I want to see it. I haven't watched yet. Let me get that set up. So if you guys don't know, tomorrow we're getting a major update in Fortnite, and Act 3 is going to drop tomorrow, and it's super exciting. And I love the idea of the acts and the implementation of it. It's made the season feel fresh from start to finish. I can't believe the season ends June 5th as well. So like time feels like it's flying actually. And usually by this time we'd all be like, we're bored of Fortnite. This is so dull. It's repetitious. It's like nothing's new in here. But the idea and the implementation of the axe has been amazing. Like, great job, Fortnite. Like, please do this every season. We need axe. This is perfect. The amount of content is insane, right? No fall damage for 0 builds. Wait, what, Choppa? This update's gonna be crazy. The only thing I'm happy about is we'll no longer die. Wait, I haven't heard this yet. Kels! Oh my god. Factor Kels in the chat. She is a fellow female Twitch partner and also plays Fortnite and is actually good at Fortnite. And we became partnered around the same time. Hello. Wait, I did not hear about the fall damage. Can someone fill me in? How do you guys know that? Okay, I'm so behind, clearly. All right, let me all right, let's pause our music and look at all of this. This is crazy. I feel like it's Christmas. Every time an act's about to drop, I feel like it's Christmas. Oh, actually, let's do it in our gaming mode. Everyone loves all the content until it doesn't work exactly the way they want. I don't feel like a lot of people have been complaining though this season. I love this top and color on you. Thank you so much, Kels. I've been rocking a lot of like browns. I feel like this is my color. There's no fall damage. It will go to 1 HP. Is that starting tomorrow? That's crazy. How did you guys hear about that? Let's go, buddy. Thank you for the biddies. Holy hell. That was so nice of you. You don't have to do that. And you rated us. Thank you so much, guys. Go follow the people who support the stream. Let's go, buddy, right there. Actually, we're a streamer-heavy community, as most people know. So if you see a name and you're curious and you're vibing with them in chat, click on them. Go follow them. You might make a lifelong friend. And thank you to Kay, Let's Go, buddy, and Mick Burley for the raids today. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Hello, Moonlight. First time chatter. Welcome in. We love making new friends. Putting the bow on it. You're so sweet. You definitely didn't have to do that. Okay, we're going to look at all the updates now. Enjoy your dinners, guys. I know it is prime dinner time, 6 p.m. here on the East Coast. You guys are making me so excited for this. This is crazy. Okay, let's add a window and look at everything. Oh, I'm so excited for tomorrow. I can't wait to wake up and play some Fortnite. Actually, I have a bunch of lawyering to do, but then, you know, I'm streaming tomorrow at 5, so I will be checking out all the updates as soon as I can. All right, so this was the first thing that they released, right? No, not this one. I don't want that one. Okay, let's see. So this was when they released. I'm so behind. So we just did Act 2. That's ending today, the Elites. Act 3 was Redacted. And they have Answer the Call, and that's Overwatch, right? Oh my goodness. Ooh, what's this? Power 515. What the heck is that? That's crazy. Do you own any Harry Potter Funko Pops? I don't think I do. I'm not a big Potterhead. That was like always my sister's thing. Oh my god, guys, look at this. This is crazy. This is tomorrow. Overwatch is coming to Fortnite. They're answering the call. That's going to be crazy. I was not a big, like, Overwatch girly. Like, I haven't really played that much Overwatch. Wow, what is this? Does anyone know what this is referring to? Elusive. That's SD Kid collab with Fort. I don't know who that is. Who's SD Kid? He's a rapper. The way I sounded like a middle-aged woman right now. I'm just leaning into my old age here. Who the hell is this person? You gotta love grapple reactions here. He's a scouser? I don't even know what that means. I'm so behind too. I have no idea. Okay, well you guys, oh, you never, okay, thank you, Choppa. I was like, do you know who this person is? Like, the rap I still listen to is like Eminem and Biggie Smalls, okay? Oh my goodness, look at this, guys. So this is Answer the Call, the act that's dropping tomorrow. New map landmarks, Hanamura. This is Busan Drum Pavilion. Kings Row, watch points. Wow, is this all from, are these Overwatch POIs dropping? That's crazy. Pulse pistols. Oh my god, I hope they're good because pistols have been OP this season, so I'm really curious to see what these pistols are like. No lethal fall damage. This is what you guys were talking about. Wow, I'm if you guys don't know, I'm a fall damage queen. I always fall and die. It's literally on the bingo card too. Like, I can't believe it. No lethal fall damage is wild. This is crazy. Cat, hello, welcome in. It's because I grapple rolled. I fear I listen to girly pops. That's the new music I do listen to, the girly pops. This is crazy. Zero build, infinite sprint. Guys, why is no one talking about this? We're going to get infinite sprint with pickaxe. Infinite sprint with pickaxe. Slayer, welcome in. How are you doing? This is so exciting. Wow, we're going to have infinite sprint. I've been wanting this for 8 years now. Are you kidding me? This is so exciting. Betty Boom, hello, welcome in. We get a starting loadout as well. So does that mean we're coming in with a loadout? Like the dual pistols, maybe? That's crazy. Like, I don't even know. Here, let me forward. So we have the infinite sprint with pickaxe, starting loadout, overshield siphon. Wow, is that going to give us more than the 50 overshield we already got? And new pocket items. This is crazy. This is a massive update. What? That's crazy. What? Infinite sprint? And even more overshield? This is crazy. I actually cannot believe this. This is going pretty hard. You have an extra inventory option. You will have an extra inventory option for heals in your build button for ZBs. That is crazy. Maya says, why can't we have this forever? This is so exciting. There's a new thing where you get a permanent movement in your inventory with the cool off time instead of using it up. This is gonna be a zero build battle royale. It's not a limited time mode. I believe it's going right into ZBs. This is crazy. I'm like so excited about this. Wow. Soup, thank you so much for the 10 stream streak. Thank you so much. I'm gonna bet 10 pounds that we'll get insane glitches. How much is that in dollars? This is a massive update. I think this stuff down here is the coolest part because I'm not like a huge Overwatch girly. You know, I like when they do novelties, so I know I'll enjoy it. But the infinite sprint with pickaxe, an overshield siphon, more pocket items. That's crazy. And we're getting a starting loadout. If we drop in with pistols, this is a game changer. This is crazy. Oh my God, guys. I'm going to want to play Fortnite every freaking day until June 5th. This is massive. This is massive. Did you see the notes from Epic themselves? No. Do I need to Google that? This is crazy. 10 pounds is euros. Oh, it's euros. I thought that was pounds, Allie. That's so funny. Oh my God. You're having your own collab tonight. That's exciting. Fort and Joe at 9 p.m. Eastern. Are you guys going to be playing Fortnite? How dare you call me euro pounds? Okay, Ronan. I didn't recognize the symbol. Mystic, hello. Welcome in. Ooh, Bebop. I'm going to take a look. I love when we have like our overseas friends who get upset when I don't know like British things or UK things or European things. Amy, checking in, welcome in. This is massive. This is so massive, this update. I am freaking hyped. Are you calling me Brit? No, I went through the whole list. Brit, UK, European. Isn't Italy European? Am I wrong on that? Is it not a part of Europe? Imagine being able to body people while we're gliding in. Vicmo is literally going to land on people's heads. Literally going to land on people's heads and murk them. I already see it. This is great. I think Fortnite did a really good job at including, and this includes me, because I used to be such a scared fighter. And I've been playing Fortnite on and off since it dropped in 2017 or 2018, whatever it was. And I've been such a scared fighter. And this season, really with the rivalries and pistols being OP and the gameplay, they have made even me, the most scared person, a more aggressive player. And it's just really cool how they are making us be our best fighters, our best versions of ourselves when it comes to Fortnite. And I think so many people have improved this season too, including myself, like with the rivalries and just doing those 1v1s. And they keep doing these really cool, innovative ideas and implementing them on getting people to fight and getting away from like camping. There's nothing wrong with that, but just I used to camp out of fear, and now I'm like, no, I want to go kill some people. Like, it's amazing. It's really, really amazing. Yeah, I know Italy's part is European and not part of the UK. I didn't mean when I said that to insinuate that Italy is part of the UK. I was just trying to name all the like across the seas countries, guys. Like, I put a list in your DC yapping section. I need to see this. I feel like I'd encourage you to push people. Definitely playing with people like Victoria's mom, you're gonna get better. I mean, you're the best. I swear, I will die on this hill. Victoria's mom is like one of the best ZB players of all time. Like seriously, if you guys are not following her, go do it. And we're trying to get her to 1,000 followers anyway. You really are, though. You're incredible in this game. How many times did you 1v4 people in your stream? That was crazy, by the way. Okay, let's see what people put in my... Okay, Choppa put this in there. From Sheena, let's see. Huge zero build updates dropping tomorrow. Lethal fall damage has been removed. New pocket items, unlimited utility items. Pocket items are shockwaves, med mist grenades, shield bubbles. That's crazy. So utility, it's its own thing now. They go in their own pockets or aren't taking up your inventory. Not me burping up my Diet Coke. That is really cool. Yeah, Sheena's amazing. I love Big Mo Carries. Me too. She's incredible at this game. Big Mo, no! Optimum! Definitely not. Oh my god, guys. You can manually cut the glider and free fall. Finally! The gliders take forever. I feel like we've been talking a lot this season about how the glider have changed and like you can't get as far low to the ground as you want to anymore. Like I feel like the gliding has changed for sure in this chapter. So that'll be interesting to see how the glider works now. Glider redeploy is back. Oh snap. So you could just go on top of like the diamond and the sandy strip and jump off anytime you want and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Unlimited stamina when holding a pickaxe. I'm so excited for the unlimited stamina. I get so lazy in a game. Like I don't want to slowly walk around waiting for my stamina to regroup. Like this is so cool. Unlimited stamina. No more fall damage, Wicked Ames. Tomorrow, this act is massive. Everyone's talking about the Overwatch, and I don't think enough people are talking about the actual gameplay. So there's no fall damage. Well, there is fall damage, but you can't die from it. There's no lethal fall damage. So you'll be at 1 HP if you just fall. But there's glider redeploy. And there's unlimited stamina with the pickaxe. So if you have a pickaxe, you could just run around, which we all have. You could just run around the entire map. Oh my god, I'll have to remove that from my bio just for this. I don't know if it's just for this act though, you know what I mean? Eliminations restore overshield. That's like ranked. That's one of my favorite things about ranked. When you eliminate someone, you get more health back. And I love that. That's really helpful when you're doing when you're really going after people. So it rewards you being an aggressive player. Eliminations restore overshield. I love that. Environmental structures take less damage from weapons. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's great. So when people are using like the boomy things like the sniper rifle and the AR and stuff that's just doing the nonstop explosives and you have your bunker won't fall apart in 2 seconds. Love that. It's just a 50 overshield. That's really good though, Soup. It's better than nothing. Rank does it best though because it'll give you health and shield. Reboot van cooldowns reduced. Ooh, okay. Loot pool has more defensive and utility items. I love this. So we're going to get more inventory with the pocket items and utilities going in the pocket items. We're going to get unlimited stamina when holding a pickaxe. We're going to have glider redeploy, no lethal fall damage. This is crazy. My brain can't process all this. This is a massive, massive update in zero builds. This is crazy. Obviously, we could call this the grapple update. For real, I'm the fall damage queen. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. This is the best game ever. This is so exciting. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like not on the internet as much. Like no one's talking about this. This is crazy. Wow. I'm really excited. Thank you, Choppa, for posting that. This is amazing. Isn't going to get anything else? Oh, Bebop posted this. Let's see. I was like, is it going to show my information? So what's this? Let's make it a little smaller just to see what's going on here. So Showdown Act 3 moving into the next era for zero build. This is really exciting. So this is kind of what the Sheena stuff was saying. New pocket items have replaced the old build button. Yeah, why do we have that build button? I never really thought, like, what else can we do with that? Pocket items are unlimited use utility items with cooldowns. That's really cool. Oh my god! All players now start with a pistol! Vic, we're all starting out with pistols! That's crazy! A small shield potion and their pocket item. Wow, so we're starting out with shields in our inventory, a pocket item, so some sort of utility. Wow, imagine dropping in with a pistol, a small shield potion, and a shockwave grenade. I'm just dropping right to the rivalry board and murdering everyone. This is amazing! There's another trailer for the collab, 30 seconds. Can you put in the Discord? This is so crazy. I don't really play builds, Steelers Dad, so I don't know. You can now, this is my favorite part, because I struggle, everyone knows I struggle with the glider and getting low to the ground as quickly as I want to. I'm like the last person to hit the ground. And now it says you can now rush to the ground from the battle bus. Instead of auto-deploying your glider near the ground, you can manually cut it and free fall the last stretch. Be careful, so I guess you could take some damage. Glider redeploy returns from elevated positions for cleaner rotations across the map. Holding your pickaxe grants unlimited stamina so you can cover ground without burning out. Eliminations now restore your overshield, rewarding aggressive gameplay. I literally just said that. Environmental structures now take significantly less damage from weapons. A boulder, a tree, a random shed will all hold up as much better. Reboot van timers have been reduced, so you get your squad faster. That is amazing. This is so, I feel like this is Christmas. I'm not even exaggerating. This is so freaking cool. Holy hell. Like, my brain is just like, I cannot believe this is happening. This is like a ZB girly's dream for what Fortnite should look like. They really cooked with this. Holy hell. This is cool. There's going to be improved smoke grenades, which give you better coverage, and they're doing brick-up bunkers, our zero-build version of porta-bunkers, deploying with a full ramp and doors on either side of the walls. When you need a wall, you have one. What? I gotta see what this looks like. No more fall damage eliminations! Let's go! I love this! This is crazy! This is amazing. This is W's. This is huge update. This is game right smooth. Guys. Somehow I'm gonna power through my lyric tomorrow. I need to get on immediately. I'll be streaming tomorrow at 5. I need to get on immediately and play all of this. This is crazy. I wanted to do customs, but now I think I'm just gonna explore all of this because this is so crazy. This is so crazy. Stream, I wish, Bebop, if I could get my work done, that might pay attention to the Discord. Like, I want to be playing this like for hours tomorrow. I almost got hit again today. What? You could call me Exane, but I only do Employment Law. Oh my god, Grapple wins game after falling to 1 HP. That would actually be really good. I'm gonna have to update the bingos too. I feel like I might be sick tomorrow. Me and Amy playing like I knew tomorrow. This is, I mean, have we ever seen anything like this? This is like my dream of what I want Fortnite to be. Ooh, check the yapping channel. Okay, let me see. Ooh, new trailer. Let's watch this and then we'll start playing some games. This is so exciting, guys. Okay, new trailer. Oh yeah. Okay, let's watch. This is a little. Here, I made it bigger for you guys. Oh, it's okay. That's Jonesy. He says fish stick. Oh my god, the Overwatch people. Those dual pistols do look nice. Look at her movement. Can we move like that somehow? Oh, this is cool. Guys, I'm so hyped. We will be swiping. Ah, I'm definitely gonna have to do some giveaways for Overwatch when they drop. Aphon, hello, welcome in. Cough, cough, sniffle. Everyone's like taking off work tomorrow. This is crazy. Do you think Bat with the dual pistols we can move that way? That's crazy. It looks like they give dash effect. Oh my god, the movement is gonna be insane. No more getting tired in Fortnite. Endless stamina with the pickaxe. Maybe the dual pistols give us some sort of dash effect. The movement's gonna be nice. I'm doing amazing. We're just going over the new updates for tomorrow, and I'm like freaking hyped right now. I'm like, I don't want to play this version we have right now. But we already can dash like this. When you hit the purple water, you mean? Like near the rifts? Or the shockwave, the new shockwaves that we use, the overdrive shockwaves. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. No, it's gonna be so fun. We could just land on people's heads and instantly murder them. We're coming in with a pistol, the most OP weapon that's been in this game, and a shield. And we're gonna have these little pocket utility items. It's gonna be amazing. I'm really excited. You could buy infinite stamina from the boards. I never buy it. I may have to go live. Oh my god, Vicmo morning stream. Say when. Say when, Vicmo. Vicmo morning. Guys, you heard it here first. You heard it first. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped right now. It's not even funny. Frank, hello, welcome in. How you feeling? We might, yeah, maybe we could do customs to explore. Maybe like towards the end though of the stream. We'll play it by ear tomorrow. See how many people are in here and what people want to do. You know me, I'm always down to do some customs, but I need you guys to come and play customs too. We were just going over, guys, if you just got in here and you want to see all the Fortnite updates, just rewind this VOD by like 10 minutes. We literally just went through all the updates. I like the shake up to zero builds, tell them to make its own thing from builds. Yes, Ronan, I think you hit it on the head. It's not like build's evil sister. You know what I mean? Like I feel like ZB players are always frowned upon, right? Because the OG Fortnite is building, right? That's what Fortnite was founded on, and that's all where the competitive gameplay is. But this is exciting. It's making its own thing. I think that is really beautiful. I know, it feels like a new season. I have loved Fortnite doing the acts. I have absolutely loved these acts. They have made it seem so refreshing. Right now, if we didn't have acts and these kinds of updates with each like three acts in a season, we would all be like, oh, we're so bored. When is the new season gonna drop? Oh, we have another month. Should we play a different game? Like that's what happens every season when we hit like that last month of gameplay. But now it's like, I want to play BR. I gotta finish my rank grind and get to Unreal. We're only halfway through Elite, me and Frank. I gotta get 1,000 rivalries, right? Like there's so many things to do right now, and like I want to play the regular season. I want to play all these new updates. So, oh my god, Vic, I hope you stream tomorrow morning. That's gonna be so exciting, guys. Victoria's mom, I'm insane. She needs to pick up more streams so she could be our newest Twitch partner. Everyone go give her a follow. We all are in there hanging out. It's the same community. We just love her, guys. I'm so hyped for this. We didn't miss any other updates, right? I feel like we hit everything. Let me just check HypeX real quick. I feel like we hit all the updates. This was exciting. I didn't realize we are going to have that many updates. Queen Ebby in the house. Ebby, how are you doing, Queen? Guys, breaking news. Guys, we have a massive announcement, and now I'm freaking out, and every millennial will freak out with me. Guys, do you see this? Guys, in July, they're releasing Neopets? Hello? What is happening? They're going to be sidekicks. Oh my God, they're going to be sidekicks. I can't. I'm going to cry. Happy tears. We're going to get Neopets sidekicks? Holy hell. Man, the season of Fortnite's cooking. Holy hell. What? Oh my God, I can't believe this is the first thing I saw in HypeX. What's that? You don't know what a Neopet is? It's like, what is the best way to do? Let me have Google explain us Neopets. What? How do you guys not know what Neopets are? They're like a virtual pet game. They kind of remind me of how when we were kids, we played with like the Tamagotchis, but this is Neopets. It's like the thing that came after. It's a virtual pet browser game. You could play it right now. I think it's free, but it launched. I'm surprised you guys don't know it. It launched in the 90s. Like it's an old game. It's an old game. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I know, right? Hello, snacks. I'm like, because some people are like close to my age and they're like, they don't know it. But it's like, it's kind of like that vibe of when you think when we all had those Tamagotchi pets, but it's a browser game. And it came out in like the 90s, the early aughts. So yeah, exactly. It's been out forever. And they also have like it also has like Pokemon vibes where you could have like your Neopets fight too, like in battles and stuff. So I'd say it's like a mix of like Tamagotchi and like Pokemon, if that makes sense. But it's been out forever. Look at all everyone's like My Little Ponies, Care Bears. You know, me too. I want Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon would be really cool too. But we're getting closer to like the things that we grew up with. So I'm 100% they never existed here. No. Anyway, I'm really excited. We're about to get new pets. Oh my god, I'm gonna buy them all. Take my credit card. Take my credit card. Holy hell, that's gonna be crazy. Oh my god, it's gonna be so cool. Oh, they also. Oh wow, look at this. Okay, what? I gotta go back. Look at this, guys. So they released the Act 3, right? It's called Answer the Call. So Team Ice King will be fighting for the Overwatch payload anomaly. I don't know what this means. Overwatch caches containing loot and Overwatch spray. And Team Foundation has the Overwatch dropship, Overwatch caches containing loot, and an Overwatch spray. Interesting. Does anyone know what this Overwatch payload does? I'm curious. A Care Bear sidekick would be so cute. I know. I really want Sailor Moon smooth up. I've been saying that since day one. Olaf would be cute too, and you know, I think very possible with the Frozen being Disney and Fortnite collabing. That'd be really cool. Steelman, I love how everyone's so excited, guys. These are huge updates. Downtime's at 4 a.m. tonight. 4 a.m. So it'll probably be up by like 7 or 8. You know, every streamer is gonna be streaming in the morning. I go live tomorrow at 5. I'm hoping for a Vicmo stream. I'm gonna have to play some hooky and go hang out. This is so exciting. Fortnite really cooked. I'm like really excited. I cannot believe we're not gonna have fall damage. That's wild. Replace with splat animation on lethal falls. Your health drops to 1 HP. Shields and overshield drop to 0. Short delay before standing back up. That's gonna be so funny. I want to splat just for funsies to see what it's like. You've never, oh my god, Bebop, please. She usually streams, Vicmo usually streams on Saturdays around 4. She does once a week. But we're all in there. She's killing it. She'll have 60, 70, 80 people in there and we're all vibing. And she's so, you have to see her. She's gorgeous. Her accent. She's so good at Fortnite. Like everything. She's like the full picture. We just love her. I will be insufferable if a Frozen collab comes out. I want Pokemon Sidekick. I wonder if Pokemon would happen. Grab's going to have to ask Grab for time off, but employer Grab hates employee Grab. Don't forget to use code GRAPPLE. If you use code GRAPPLE, you guys know you can put proof in the Discord, before and after photo showing using code GRAPPLE, or like a short video. Say what you bought, and you can win $50 Epic gift card or $50 PayPal. We do that every other month, so we'll do one probably at the end of June. 67 Slayer. She has 60 or 70 people. I could cook everyone breakfast, bring it up for everyone. I know, I'm so excited. Are they gonna do another K-pop MK? I wonder if they're gonna wait until the new movie like years from now comes out. Like, I really don't know. They all lied to us. How? You mean with the K-pop stuff? Or Pokemon? This is really cool. What massive updates. I was not expecting this at all. I really was not expecting. Like, this is kind of mind-blowing. No fall damage for a really harsh result. I want to splat just for the funsies of it all. Just for the content, really. Oh my god, I posted it on all my socials today of me. Guys, you remember on Sunday? Was it Sunday or Monday when I threw the splash at the enemy? Like, Keith did such a good video of it. Okay, sorry, I just responding to things in the Discord. Yeah, we'll all bring the coffee. They promised jam tracks and emotes for K-pop Demon Hunter and Derpy Sidekick. Yeah, I'm surprised that that actually didn't get released because there was so much talk about it. I don't know, guys. Keeping the enemies hydrated for real, Vic, when I threw the splash at the Took skin, that guy. The poop skin, as I call it. All right. Let's get some games going. I'm dying to play. The poop skin, as I call it. I know, I'm clickety-clacketing. I've started responding to things. This is why I can't be in the DMs. Okay, we have 9 winners so far for the bounty. I don't think anything else has happened yet. Let me just see. All right. Let's see. All right, so now we got to play boring old Act 2 Fortnite. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I was wondering, how does HypeX and Sheena find out that information? They must work for Epic or get fed the information, right? I know they probably do some, if not like data mining, but they have such specificity that Act 2 is boring. Shut it down till tomorrow. Bye, guys. We're raiding out. No, I do want to get more rivalries, though, in all seriousness. We're trying to get to 1,000 rivalries so we can get the top umbrella. Astral, hello, Girly Pop. How are you doing? We just went over all the updates coming to tomorrow. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. Somehow they access the files. I think they're just data mining public information, some of the leakers. But I feel like those two in particular, they really know the inside information. So, Deformed, hello, Go Blue. Yeah, they either work for Epic or they're data mining, for real. They could read the code, you know, to see like what's going to be released, but they have such specificity, and also they know all the skins, what they look like before they're released. So that makes me think it's more like inside. I saw that, Allie. There was a leaker who got sued because he worked at Epic, but he couldn't share things. Yeah, he had like an NDA. He had an NDA and he was sharing things. And it seems like I always see Ted Timmons, the guy who works at Epic, commenting on like HypeX. So I feel like they know each other. Like he's even validating the information on there, you know? I'm so excited. Tomorrow's gonna cook. Because at first I thought it was just like an Overwatch update. I like novelty. I was excited about it, but when we went over the zero build specific changes, that cooks. Like no lethal fall damage, redeploy glider, a pocket utility where the build thing is. That's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited. Grab was a lot of viewers. Soup. People have been in this channel since I had like 5 views. It's always funny to see at what time people have met me, because like Sparky P and Ant, right? My partner, my in real life friend. That was it when I first started streaming. 3 people. And then Reasonable Dad rated me, and that's how I met Vicmo and Choppa and Ronan and so many Norin and all these people. And then so now we had like 10 viewers. And then it's just been like a slow build. Or when I raided into Ganja, she was like, I remember when I met you when you had 50 viewers. It's just funny. Yes, you met me through Reasonable Dad. Yes, Steelers Dad. It's crazy to think about. Like, it's just funny when people have met me in different stages. And not every stream's like gonna be a banger. When we do Minecraft, you know, it's always a smaller community, but I love the Minecraft stuff. The Minecraft is so fun. One time I came in here and some guy was camping behind this door and murdered me, and I was so mad. So now I have PTSD every time I open that door. You met me through Flex. Oh my god, I love Flex so much. You guys know that. Yes, I met like Bebop and Maggie, and I think even Allie, like, through Flex. She has an incredible community. One of the few who can say I played Fortnite with Ant back in the day. Ant said he was going to play Fortnite with me now because he's, like, you know, incapacitated, can't move, and he has not played yet with me. He definitely said that, though. I know Ant used to play Fortnite with me, surprise. He hasn't done that in, like, years. The last time we did it was when we did the 9/11 event, the charity event. That was like the last time he's played with me. That was one of the things. brother. I haven't played Fortnite in so long. It feels like 12 years. Oh, my bounty is here, I think. Oh! Holy crap. Scared me. Was that my bounty? Scared the bejesus out of me. Dr. Pooh Bear, hello! You met me through Toxic? Oh, Allie, that's how I met you. I thought maybe it was Flex. I knew it was like a girly pop. Man, can you believe that's another crazy thing that I've done 2 Happy Happy Gal tournaments and got to play with like Loser Fruit and Toxic Blonde? Like, what? How is this my life? Sometimes I'm like, I can't believe this. Like, I've gotten to meet Happy Happy Gal and she kind of knows who I am. Like, what? It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm happy to call you and so many other my friends. That's how I feel, Steve. We have a beautiful community. I'm so gassy to have met you. What? Oh, there's splashes here and I bought them. Feels like a fever dream. It really does. That's the thing, you guys go hard. Every time I want to do something and I'm like, I need community to help me, whether it's like Twitch partner or like grabbing Happy's attention to do one of her tournaments and vouching for me. You guys go hard. And I'm so appreciative. How come I don't have a chaos reloader yet? Ow! The way I don't know where anyone's coming from. Oh, he had a chaos reloader? Let's go. Oh, why don't I have it? Uncommon Italy win? What do you mean? What happened? Italy is the first country to recognize 6 pets as family emergency. This allows for 3 days of paid leave. Allie. I know in New Jersey, they just introduced a bill for us to use to get a tax credit for our pets up to $3,000. Ooh, I kind of want to spend all my money, but I shouldn't. The way I always want to spend all my money, but then I'm so upset when I die and everyone gets my good loot. I do need movement, though. Oh yeah, how many rivalries have I killed? Good call out, guys. Oh, Chicky, I love seeing your growth. You are thriving. You and Norin. Norin had like 50 people in her stream and I could only lurk because I have stupid lawyering to do. That's awesome, Allie. Thank God we have all bots so far. This has been really nice. Okay, so that was my 3rd rivalry, I think. Yes, modlove Nacho, how are you doing? Guys, welcome in. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. If you're curious about all the updates that are coming out, just rewind the VOD by like a half hour. This guy's gotta be real. We're just trying to get rivalries. I just want to hit the 1,000 rivalries. I do need to play some ranked. Where is he? Let's look at this. Everyone's getting no worries, Foss. Thanks for hanging out. I love that everyone's getting bingos. Makes me happy to see. Okay, let's see. Where's this person? Oh, there's a chest here. Please kill 4. I think we did 3. This hopefully will be our 4th unless I die. But also if I die to a rivalry, that's good for the card too. Where is he? I'm not sure where he is. You think I've killed 4? Then call it. I don't want to ever deprive people. Drive that car? Okay. Someone's shooting at me too, I think. I've been like looking for this guy. Okay, I drove the car. I got you, Nacho. Ah! Thank God it's a bot. I would have been dead. Reload's killing me. Alright. We got another rivalry. Feeling very bot. Oh, someone's here. I want to buy this bot. Where's this person? On the roof, maybe? I don't know. I don't got time for you. I'm trying to get rivalries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's go get a rivalry. Oh yeah, Rodin, I'd be happy to. Thank you, Banana Batty. It's so funny. I want to buy things. This is why I have no money. Ooh, Soda. He's a stormtrooper. Let's kill him. Trying to keep up. I know, Vic. I'm just like getting them all out. You're doing amazing. God, I can't believe Vicmo, out of the kindness of her heart, mods here, and she's my bestie, and I love her. Where is this guy? I hate when the bots spawn in. Like, it just takes forever for them to show up. Everyone needs me to hide in a bush. Okay, guys. I wish there was no fall damage now. Where the hell is... Oh, we are in endgame, too. How did that happen? Where the hell is this bot? I know. It's okay. I'm happy to oblige. That's why I like doing Bingo. It gets a lot of interaction. Than like when I just play solos by myself and you guys are watching. I don't know where this... Oh, there he is. Oh, I missed my shotgun shot. Oh wait, I got a emote. I'm emoting on him. I'm surprised he was real. I thought for sure he was dead. Like he was fake. Like a bot. Alright, we killed that guy. We need another bounty. Need another bounty. Oh, that one's in the storm. We'll go to this one. We're also like an endgame. How did that happen? I see shooting. I just don't know where. Story of my life. I just don't know where. Oh, look at that bush right there, guys. Alright, I emoted after killing someone. We did a car. Now I'm in a bush hiding. Thank you, Smurf. I hope you feel better. Alright, let's kill Miss Taylor 91. Oh, she's over there shooting. Should I go in a car? Hold on. I have a better idea. Let's drive. Let's drive. Just have a little protection. I can figure... Oh, I ran over my bot. You can... I think this is my bounty in the car. Wow, a lot of ammo. Ow! Not in Sniper Island! Oh, hell no. I'm gonna get high ground. I know, my poor NPC! I want high ground. What is he blowing me up with? Let's see if they push. I mean, I see him up there. Love you better than... I know, this song is really good. This is like a good bush. There's only 6 people left. I can love you better. I love Hope. Hope is such a good one. I can't believe this bot's still alive, honestly. Alright, we need everyone else to kill themselves. Let's see what happens. Guys, happy freaking Wednesday. Thank you for hanging out on this hump day. I've been dying to play some Fortnite. Oh, my bounty's coming back. Oh, I pulled circle! Apple tickle. Apple tickle. Joe, hello. Excited for your Fort Explorer collab. Ooh, 20 people got bingo. Let's go. Oh, my bounty's coming. Guys, I can't wait for tomorrow. June got bingo too. Let's go. The update tomorrow is going to be so good. I can't wait. What? That was the stupidest thing this person has ever done. Excuse me? What kind of gameplay was that? I was like surprised at first. I thought it was a bot. I'm like, is that my bot over there? That was so weird. That was really weird. Ray, welcome in. Hello. Ronan got a dub. Let's go. Wait, did I? Why is it showing there? That's weird. Did the wheel in an hour? Allie? Oh, nice try. I do plan an hour and a half, right? Like be off by 8. Or wind down at 8. Because then that lets us see the item shop before we get off. Oh, I got tickle my throat. Sure, if soda's helping with that tickle. Oh, we gotta go far now. Dang it. Alright. I'm sorry, Allie, and it's incredible that you hang out here, honestly. With the time difference and everything. I wish I had bugs. I don't have any bugs. Bugs seem important in endgame. Where is everyone? There's like 5 people left, but there's nobody around. Oh, they're over there. Should I go in this bush? We have 8 kills, so we've been playing the game. Guys, happy Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great day and your week's going well. Car over there. 4 people left. Where are the people? There's another bush there. Oh, someone's shooting behind us. Interesting. Woo! Let's see what happens in this game. It went by quickly. Is that a person? No. We don't have to go far. Let's kind of stay here and see what happens. I don't know. I don't like Katy Perry as a person, but her music slaps. Fort, hello. Getting excited for your stream tonight. Last Friday night. Guys, we have an ad starting in 3 minutes. I'm so sorry. Might miss endgame. How is like no one dying? This is crazy. I'm gonna have to move. Oh, someone got in the car. Friday night. Friday night. I had to reload. person's cooked. Nice. Someone got my kill. There's a guy in a car, and then there's somebody else. Oh, over there. Oh, he has a sword. Oh, hell no. Guys, he has a sword. Oh, I fell down! I me too! Oh, what? Not the sword! Okay, you have a lot of skill, buddy. If I didn't fall off the mountain, I know they kill you in 2 hits now. GG's. We came in second though. It was a really good game. Had a bazillion. Did I have 10 or more kills? Let's see. Moms and mums. 13 months, over a year of moms mums is crazy. Thank you so much, girl. We got more than 5 kills. That's good. We got second place. That's good. We cooked in that game. We had 8 kills. Someone stole my kill. I am emoted after eliminating someone. If only there wasn't fall damage. Oh, wait. A lot of winners coming through. I just made Mick Burley a WWE 2K26 for Games Matter Wrestling, and it's gold. Okay, I don't know what half of that means. What? Guys, we have an ad break starting, so let me take the quickest of pee breaks, just so... Did we do 5 rivalries in that game? I don't know. Did we do 5 rivalries in that game? Anybody know? Groot, hello! Thank you for the lurk, Kels. King, hello! We just played 1 game and we came in second because someone had a sword and sworded me. I fell off a mountain. It was a whole thing. Guys, did we have more than 5 rivalries? I wish it would tell me. Oh, you made her a wrestler in your game. I believe you had 5. That's what I was thinking too, but I wasn't sure. But might as well just call it. It'll make my life easier. Let me see. Okay, 5 is right there. I mean, we got a lot of stuff there. 27 winners so far. Andrew, hello, welcome in. Oh, I need to see games. I know, King, the freaking swords. The swords are awful. But what are you gonna do? And I was doing pretty well against him, but then I fell off a mountain and he sworded me when I got back up. Wasn't the best. Guys, we have 60 away from 1,000 rivalries. Let's go. We're finally gonna hit it soon. Okay, we have an ad, so I'll be right back. Hi, Andrew. Welcome in. Proxy, hello. Groot, hello. It's the wrestler that puts over the better wrestlers? What? Okay, you're next? Is she agreed to face you? I'm in games. Okay, we have an ad. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna take the quickest of pee breaks and check on Ant while we're in the ad, and then I'll keep playing some games. All right, welcome back from the ad. So sorry I had to do a bunch of things for Ant, who's recovering from his ACL and meniscus surgery. He had a whole list of things for me to... Oh my god, he's talking to chat! Oh my god, Grandpa's filling up my ice machine now. That's exactly what I was doing. Helping out Ant. He has this ice machine for his meniscus and ACL. Oh, keeping me busy. Aranat, hello guys. Games, thank you for the 7-month resub. Hello. I had someone come in the other day, said their team mass reported me. What? Because you're so good at the game, King? That's crazy. All right, we have Ant talking to me in chat. I will call that off. Gyros sound good. Get me. I like the pork gyro that has like the salad and the feta. Make sure it has feta and pita, please. Let me know if you need me to repeat that. Make sure it has feta and pita. Ashley, hello! NATO got a win. Let's go. We're like a badge of honor. Honestly, no one's ever come in here accusing me of cheating, so I don't know what that's like. Right? That sounds so good. I want the pork salad, like the gyro salad they have with the pita and the feta. Pork, yeah, pork. I can answer the door too when it comes. All right, we only played one game and we came in second place. We spent a lot of time talking about the updates tomorrow. The updates are wild. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Act 3 to drop. Ooh, soup. Soup sounds so good. Gators, no one's ever accused me of cheating ever. 35 kills is wild, King. My badge of honor is just trying to get to 1,000 rivalries here. We're at 940, slowly but surely. I came in second in the last game, but I got sorted. That sword, really, just... If he was fighting me with guns, I would have won. That's crazy. You guys are goated. Let's see if we get some more rivalries. Really, I just want more rivalries. Maybe the sword will leave tomorrow. Yeah, Greek salad pork. Make sure there's feta and pita, please. Both. Spark, hello. I'm at like 7 something. You're right behind me. Yeah, but it's not just Overwatch, Andrew. There's going to be no lethal fall damage. There's going to be redeploy of gliders. There's going to be a utility pocket now. I mean, it's a massive update. I love this song. I think I'm gonna go a little louder. All right. Hello, Ganja. I was talking about you earlier. How are you? Always good to see you. Yeah, I think the sword needs to be buffed. I mean, nerfed. Not me saying buffed. The 2 shots is just too much. Like, basically, you have the sword, you're probably going to win the game. And that guy couldn't play Fortnite at all. I was blowing him and his car up. Like, it's so annoying. Why are we playing with a 2-shot sword? Awesome! Oh my god, awesome. How are you? Yeah, it needs to be nerfed. Make it like 3 shots. I've been really enjoying landing at 4 fields lately. Yeah, I just wish they would nerf the sword. Make it like 3-4 shots, not 2. It's just too OP. Proxy got a dub, let's go. Spark, I hope you're having a good day. Awesome, I'm doing good. I've been really busy. Ant had major ACL meniscus surgery almost a week ago, so like we're dealing with that. And lawyering is blowing up. I have a bunch of deadlines and a mediation next week, like a big push before Memorial Day weekend. So I've just been busy, but good. Hammer and Blitz Royale got annoying all the time. Yeah, exactly. No worries, Soup and Joy. Yeah, everything went well. He's like, all things considered, he's doing really well. He's probably like 80% functional. It should do like 50 damage. Yeah, 150 is wild. It's basically like you need the sword. Who is this guy? Am I gonna die, guys? I might die. I might die. I might die. Oh, I won! Oh, can I not get a rival? Oh, I got a rivalry that way. That's weird. I'm gonna do it. I should not buy things, but I really like that gun. need to like heal and stuff. Like this is kind of wild. Ooh, we need bunks. Bunks would have been helpful in the last game. It's so close to which goal, Rose? I don't even know which goal. And welcome in. How you doing, girly? Your daughter's junior year of college will be over soon? That's crazy. Time's flying. I'm gonna I need a better gun. Like a better shotgun. I gotta find the energy to get on later. Yes! Oh, you have one more meeting? It's funny when you text me and I was like, I'm in a meeting! I literally had meetings till like 4:15 and then I was like, oh, I need to get ready to stream. Are you gonna stream later, Spark? And what will you be playing? Save the World? Oh my goodness, it's C-Town! Oh yeah, I am trying to get to 1,000 rivalries. You are correct, Rose. Because that's the top umbrella. So Fortnite's gonna release 3 different umbrellas depending on what rivalry. I wonder if it's gonna drop tomorrow. Alright, let's go after our rivalry. Oh wow, I have no heals. Who's letting me run around like this? No one yelled at me. Wow. Wow. Yeah, what are you gonna play tonight? What time are you gonna go live? The way I spent all my money is wild. I know, I had no heals. I was just running around. Like, what? I don't usually carry heals, but like I needed some sort of heal. Guys, welcome in. Hope I'm having an amazing day. Ooh, the normal shotgun? Which one, Allie? I really love the Chaos Reloader. It's the best gun. It sucks when you miss your shot, but it's so strong. It's a fun gun to play with. No heals, no meals. Ooh, my god, you're gonna place... Wait, guys, you heard it here first. Breaking news. Sparky P, who's my in real life friend, who got me into streaming, who I've known for a decade because we used to do jiu-jitsu together. We live in neighboring towns out here in New Jersey. She wants to play Battle Royale, maybe. She never plays Battle Royale. I'm kind of shocked. And I want to play with you. Not the dualies. Oh, the iron pump maybe? Oh, here we go. I'll play. As long as Aunt says okay. Tomorrow is a massive drop, Spark. There'll be no more lethal fall damage. We're gonna have a utility pocket. Ooh. Just like crazy updates tomorrow. Oh, we're gonna have endless movement with the pickaxe. I'm so excited. I know who ate you. I might play Vicmo. You mean now or with Spark later? Either option sounds amazing to me. These kids running water in a bucket. I feel like I need to check it. Is your house flooding? Wait, is Vicmo's playing with Spark? I want in on that. Do you know the FOMO I would have? Either or! Vic, well, whenever you're ready, girl. No pressure. You know you always are allowed to play here. To help me knock out some of this stuff. Good night, MK. You're the sweetest. Thank you so much. Ant's been doing really well. I know he's in chat. He does always have assignments for me when I see him. Like, he always has an assignment for me. Dinner's been ordered! Let's go! We're gonna have gyro. Ooh, Spark, we're eating from the good gyro place. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Wait, what did... Who ate you? I thought that's what you meant! No! Not a legendary pistol when I bought the AR! No! This game did me dirty! Dang it! Oh, I spent my money for no reason! I'm so mad right now. This game did me so dirty. Caption! Always good to see you, Capsh. I hope you're doing well. Guys, if you are new here and want to get involved with Stream Bounty, which is our bingo, we're giving away a $30 Epic gift card or $30 PayPal. Happy to walk you through it if you need any help with that. I know! Like, what are the chances I got a legendary pistol from a bot after I bought the lawful AR? Oh, I was gonna sit. It would be a sin to leave that laying. I had to take it. Now I got 3 guns, like a noob. Because I don't want to get rid of the gun I paid for. Like, are you kidding? Oh, my rivalry's dead. Where are they? Oh no, they're alive. Why did I think they were dead? Is 3 too many? Pistols, oh my god, Spark. Pistol is OP this season. It's the best weapon, the pistol, especially if you upgrade it past green. And the Chaos Reloader. These are like the OG, what I have, the pistol and the Chaos Reloader. I do like this Lawful AR though, or whatever it's called. Lawful Accelerate Hollow Twister AR. Yeah, 3 guns is way too much. Something else they dropped that's kind of OP right now is the sword. It's 2-shot sword. I just died in my last game. I came in 2nd place because I got sworded. Where's this guy going? Let's go drop on his stupid face. Oh, I missed. What? What? Okay. And he had what? Okay. First of all, my game felt very, like, shaky there. But dang it! Alright, well, we died. It was fun. With all my good loot, I died. With all of my good loot. Tree, hello! Spark doesn't need to carry the chaos she would rage. You're not wrong. Do not say what it means out loud. The meeting tonight is the LSM. Oh, no! Spark, how can you drop this inform... Hold on. Excuse me, Spark? I'm talking to you. You, everyone else, look away. Close your ears. How can you drop that information in my chat and not expect me to talk about it? Can you live stream this meeting? Nothing to see. Nothing to see at all. Elf won 3 times. Wait, Elf just won 5 times. How many cards do you have, Elf? What? That is wild. Yeah, you're right. I'm not going to answer my text for it. I try not to look at my phone when I'm live. Because then I'll see that I have work emails and someone's, you know, cursing me out or unhappy or my case has just been dragged through the mud. And then I'm like live and I'm stressed about work. I don't need this in my life. I know. Spark, that is crazy. Is there going to be like demonstrations of what's to expect at the LSM per se? It's so hard on me to, I feel like a 5-year-old and you just told me like the most valuable information and now you're expecting me to like not share it and I'm not good at that. I just had to tell someone a deadbeat dad. Guys, deadbeat dad is Frank Schutz, by the way. Don't give me the excitement I need. I'm so, oh my god, I can't believe what I just heard. The slander, the defamation. Oh my god, Frank came running. I didn't know he was listening. I thought he was dying in Hawaii. He's sick. Spark, you're getting me in all kinds of trouble. Can you go away now? Ah, the information you dropped, the Frank Schutz slander. Like, you're getting me in all kinds of trouble. I can't wait to hear the deeds. I know. I need to know if there's demonstrations. Like, what is discussed? What is the safe word? Like, are the expectations? Like, I have so many questions. Oh my god, the demos. So Spark is going to visit Frank Schutz in Hawaii in a month, and I'm so jealous. You guys are gonna have so much fun, and I'm gonna have such FOMO. And no one's going to be talking in the group chat, and I'm just going to be by myself here. I'm going to be snatched. I just love Spark always puts in the group chat that you're going to be snatched for Frank Schutz. Like, I can't. It's so funny. What's happened? I just got here. You don't want to know. I died. That's what happened. 942 rivalries. I only got 2. That means that game. Did we get anything else for the bingo card, though? I don't think we did. I think that was just a flop. I didn't lose to a contract. I didn't get to drive the bus. I didn't forget to change my scene. I didn't die of the storm. Did I have any kills? No, I think I had some kills. I had 2. No dubs, no third place. Did not kill someone with a crown. Are you looking it up? Oh my god, imagine. Can you take Frank to that? It's probably just women only though. English pizza muffins. That sounds so good. That sounds fire. We just ordered in gyros, or eros as Frank Shute says in Hawaii. You never had a pizza English muffin? I feel like Snow! No way! Snow, thank you so much for the raid, girly pop. Guys, if you're not following Snowfire, she is a beautiful Fortnite girly pop. And she's so sweet. She plays other games as well. What were you playing? Oh, you were playing Fortnite tonight. Let's go. Astral coming in with the raid. I didn't know Snow and Astral know each other. It's really interesting when I know streamers, but I have no idea they know each other. Welcome in, raiders. I actually got the salad spark. That's like the cucumber tomato with pork and pita and feta. Sounds so good. Snow, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much, girly pop. How are your games? I've only played 2 games in the 2 hours we've been here. I came in second in one game and got sorted, and then I got my butt kicked for no reason in this past game. So I wonder if your games are going better. Thank you so much for thinking of me and for the raid. Guys, let's support the people who support this community. Incredible raids today. Kay, Let's Go Buddy, Mick, and Snow. Thank you, guys. I almost got the feta last time and then realized it was extra. The feta is good, though. Depending on what... I don't know why they do it this place that Spark and I live in neighboring towns, so we know all the same places. The salad, they'll give you the big block of feta. I love the big block of feta. But when you get the platter, they give you like the sprinkled feta, and it's not as good. I want the big block of feta, you know? At least in Fortnite, you can't be trapped on a horse. That was crazy, Mystic. When I was just a floating head. And I died. I drowned for no reason. They would reset the game, and it didn't. That was crazy. That was from Monday night's stream. That was crazy. We defeated the dragon, even though I had no idea what was happening. Guys, if you're just hopping in, feel free to join our stream bounty. It's called Stream Bounty, but it's really bingo. Anything that's already been called off will be called off in your card. You can win a $30 Epic gift card or $30 PayPal. We're going to put all the winners on a wheel and then spin the wheel for a prize at 8. So like in an hour. Yes, from middle school, actually. Isn't that crazy? Wait, what? You and Astral know each other from middle school? You guys are IRL friends? That's great. I had no idea. I love Astral and I love Snow. And you guys are actual in real life besties. That's crazy. They were up and down, but we did get 1 win. That's 1 more win than we've gotten. Good job. I feel like that's the quota, like 1 win a stream. I feel good if I get it. I don't always get it though. Did you like my skin on Minecraft? Very poopy. Yes, and I still want to know how you pop out of a toilet every time I use it. I love all the poop Minecraft videos we have here. It's kind of crazy. That's the content. Guys, if you want to follow my content, it's me and poop in Minecraft or me throwing a splash at my enemy in Fortnite. It's definitely nothing serious. Oh, BTN got a dub. Pat, Fear the Beard, how are you? I hope you're doing amazing. How are you? How's work? How's life? Figma, let me know if you want to play now or if I should keep playing solos. No pressure. Professor Brain got a dub. Let's go. We have a lot of bingo winners. Let me see. We have 52 winners. Let's go. Sometimes we get up to 100. So it'll be interesting to see. I have to lose to a contracted rivalry, storm damage, die without any kills. Get a win would be nice. 3rd place, kill someone with the crown, 10 plus kills. 2 wins, doesn't need to be in a row. Do I have to get a crown win twice in here? No, just once. It's like, what? YSB, hello, welcome in. The winner is here. Work is just BTN. I hope work goes by quickly. Oh, you had a stomach bug, Fear the Beard? I had no idea. I hope you're feeling better. That's terrible. Guys, welcome in. I hope everyone's having an amazing Wednesday. You guys are lighting up my life. I'm so excited to hang out with you all. Tomorrow I'll be live at 5 to check out all the new updates. Act 3 is dropping in Fortnite tomorrow. Everyone and their mother is going to be streaming tomorrow. But I'm excited. I'm excited to check out the new map. We'll probably do some more bingo or something. I'll think about what kind of giveaway we'll do. I know, El Tummy Bug. Quinn, hello, my love. Welcome in. Oh, you're actually at work, BTN? Oh, I'm so sorry. Be safe over there. Nobody mentioned the Italians this time. Y'all jinxed me last bingo. What? Not me saying the Italians out loud now. Okay, Vic. Vicmo is gonna load in, which means a guaranteed dub. I just wait there until you head that direction, then activate the trapdoor to turn on swimming animation. Drinking water, breathing, and that's crazy and invisible while doing so. No worries. Thank you, Snow. Have fun at the gym. That's something I need to do, start getting back to working out. And I feel like a lot of my tiredness and sluggishness is because I'm not working out. And I'm drinking like freaking 4 Diet Cokes a day. Quinn got it from tacos even. What? Poop? The stomach bun? Oh, you got it from tacos, Fear the Beard. What? Really? Oh my god, that's crazy. The update is fire, YSB. We went over it. I could just look at it real quick with you guys. I know I love Diet Coke so much too, Snow, but it's like so not good for you. Keith is amazing. He's going to be clipping all the new updates for us. If you guys missed it, I'll show you guys one more time real quick if anyone missed this update while Vic loads in. This update's going to be fire, guys. Fire! Lethal fall damage has been removed. So basically, no more fall damage queen. It'll go to 1 HP. There's going to be pocket items. So where the build mode is, it's going to be pocket items, and utility items can go in there like shockwaves. Shockwaves, med mist, grenade, shield bubbles, meaning you get more inventory. I know, this is crazy. You can manually cut the glider and free fall. So I always complain how long it takes me for me to hit the ground. Like, I'm so bad at gliding, and I feel like we don't get as low to the ground as we used to in previous chapters. So now they're cutting that out, and there's a glider redeploy. That's back. And this is my favorite. With the pickaxe, you get unlimited stamina. So goodbye losing your stamina, not being able to run around the map. We get unlimited stamina when holding the pickaxe. When we eliminate people, it restores our overshield, which is really cool. That's kind of like in ranked, it's similar but different. And then environmental structures take less damage from weapons, reboot van cooldowns reduced, and loophole is more defensive and utility items. I'm so excited for this tomorrow. I cannot wait to jump up. I'm really hoping Vicmo does a morning stream so I can see all the surprises. And then I can't wait to play tomorrow. Like, this sounds so fun. Is this now a toilet humor stream? It is captioned, especially in Minecraft. We do a lot of poop jokes, poop content when it comes to Minecraft. I don't know why. We won't get grapple breaking ankle clips anymore. You're right, Quinn. I'm the queen of fall damage. I am the queen of fall damage. Apparently, too, when you fall, I'm going to fall for funsies tomorrow. When you fall, there's like a splat animation that happens, and it takes you a second to get up. So I can't wait to see that, too. That's going to be really funny or annoying, but I can't wait to see. Are they bringing back UFOs with the goo guns? You know who loves a goo gun? Victoria's mom. They've done very good so far with this season. Interesting to see how this plays out. I think the addition of the axe has kept this season so fresh, so exciting. Each act feels like a new mini season. It's so exciting. Oh my god, Spark, not you in my chat ignoring your children who are flooding your bathroom. Guys, we're gonna play with Vicmo too. Let me make sure my mic is on for her. Yes, it is. Turn it all the way up. I'm so excited! Come get your kids. We need to get the band back together. Spark, your kids, the dog. We usually let the kids walk the dog around, and you can imagine how that goes. RD loves a goo gun. It's his fave. Oh my god. Oh, let's let them stress her out, my poor puppy. She's already stressed about it. Vic.
Crap!
Yay! I'm so excited to be carried. Ellie asked, did you get the mom Van Karskin? No, Vicmo has it though. So we'll let her. We'll let her get in the Pip van. Oh my god. I really liked your suggestion that you said on your stream. How they should have had like the sliding door or maybe even the back open up and the moms are popping off from there murdering people. That would have been such a good idea. I'm like, you need to put that idea out on the internet. All right, we're gonna have a Vicmo stream, a Vicmo Curie, which means maybe we'll get a dub for the bingo. Bear, hello! I'm so glad you got a dub. Such legends in chat. Oh, your OBS is updating? Did you not stream since 2 weeks ago? No, you did. How did you get an OBS update? If Grapple enters your house, Minecraft, get Grapple. Let's get Grapple in church just in case she breaks your house. Sorry, Norin, I broke your window. I go in as a landlord and I just wreck things. Oh, you've been ignoring it. That was weird because when the update for OBS dropped, you guys know I had a lot of stream crashes, like 3, 4, 5 times every stream that week. But it seemed to
Do you need a
resolve
crown?
itself. No, you keep the crown. We could. Oh my god, Vic. Oh my god, Vic's giving me a crown, guys. Oh my god. All right, now we need a dub, and we'll get a lot of things off this card. That's why I was ignoring it. It's true though, Spark. I had a lot of crashes. It was bad.
Oh, Grapple, come here.
Okay, where is she?
Uh,
There she is. Oh my god, begging! I wish it was we could do it together. I do have the emote as well.
I do too. Like it was interactive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, where you want to go? You got a favorite spot?
Y'all, you want to get some coffee?
Okay, let's do it. I love a good latte. I'm so excited for tomorrow, Vic. And I want you to stream tomorrow. No pressure, but that's so fun.
It sounds so exciting. Like,
I couldn't believe it. And I feel like nobody was talking about it. I was like, I have not heard any of these things before. Like, everyone's talking about the Overwatch.
Yeah, Choppa was telling me all the things, and I thought he was talking about, like, the new chapter. Like, that's what's going to release, and he's like, no.
Yeah, it's
for
crazy,
the
right?
update.
For an app to drop all that. It's going to be like a completely different... It's going to feel like a completely different season. Oh, I'm so excited. No more fall damage. I'm gonna be jumping off every mountain.
Oh, there's a lot of people here, Grapple. This was not a good idea.
I just went, like, towards the back.
Oh my god, they're in my house, Grapple!
No,
I'm
Vic!
Woo!
Can you come this way?
I shocked away. Like, I shocked
Oh,
out.
out? Okay.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming to
Yeah,
you.
I'll
Oh,
wait
no,
for
wait,
you.
there's a Miku. Oh, god. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, no, Vic, Choppa said. The season is long. Changes are welcome. That's what I love about this season, though, Lean. The acts make it feel like not a long season.
Somebody's coming at me.
Okay, let me
I
come
don't know
to
why they're
you.
chasing me so bad.
Let's go to Vic and help her out. Oh, I see her on you. I'm trying to get down to you. I thought this person's shooting at me already. Oh, they suck. They're dead.
Okay.
Gotta protect Vicmo.
Why were they so thirsty for me?
I don't know, and all they had was a... oh, the hammer revolver is all they had. You could go to the truck out there and get full shield if you need it. Or I have a chug. Where are you?
I
You're up
used
there.
2 shockwaves to get away from that idiot. Like, I didn't really have anything, but...
Rad, got a dub. Ben, hello. No more lethal fall damage. Grap just run around at 1 HP 99% of the time. You already know that. We could go there if you want to hit that real quick.
Okay.
Before these people come to kill us. Did I miss where Vicmo is? Oh, she's down there. I just literally did a whole 360. Like, where is this lady? Alright. Just so we can get you full shield.
I think they just rebooted the person that you killed.
They felt like so much like a bot. I really thought it was a bot. I don't have a
Oh, I see a
shotgun.
fancy chest right here.
Oh, there's a purple nemesis. Should I grab
I've
that?
got a pistol.
That's what I have too. Actually, let me grab that with the pistol and an AR so I get a shotgun. Alright. I know, Visaga, I don't think I've ever heard it. Oh, here, do you want that? You take that. You're better at this game.
Okay.
We need Vicma with the best loot possible. Also, this is usually where I get the Midas fish from.
We
Let's
need
see.
some fist.
Yeah, I don't have that either. I just have 3 shocks. It's impossible to drown in Fortnite? I thought you could, though, if you're, like, underneath things.
I thought so too. There's feet here.
Okay, let me stop fishing.
There's 2 sets.
Where's Vic? there she is. What song is
Do you
this?
see
It's
them?
catchy. Yeah, they're right here. Ow!
The one chick is dead.
Yes.
Dead.
No!
Both dead.
Yes!
Both dead. Yes. That's all we needed was a pistol.
That was amazing. That's why we gave it to you. What song was that? I think it was Just Give. Oh no, it wasn't. Dang, I missed what the name of the song was, guys. I'm sorry. It was really good though. I went to go look and then I was getting murdered.
Did they have fists? By chance?
Yeah, I grabbed it unless you want it. It
Oh,
only
it's
has
fine.
14
No,
on
no,
it.
you take. No,
I have
you
a
take
pizza
it.
too, so let me get out of here.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll
it was
catch
Bam
up.
Bam by Camilo Ceballo. Oh, that makes sense why it was so good. I know, I wanted to go look lead and then I was like, oh, I'm getting murdered right now.
Oh dang, there's a gold chaos in this thing back here.
Oh no, it's my favorite. Oh, this person's nearby. I'm gonna throw this down and eat some pizza before I die.
I'm on my way to you.
Can I not mark it? I only have one gun. I need to grab a second gun. Oh, they're running away from us. No shotguns anywhere? Alright guys, thank you for hanging out. Let's see if we can get this dub. Great.
You want to use
shotgun.
the zip line with me?
Yeah. Oh, blue chaos. Alright, let's put that there. Let's put that there. Put that there. Alright, I feel a little more organized. Oh!
Can you get on it?
Yeah, I'm on it. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta pay that PSEG bill. $300. I live in a tiny apartment. Excuse me? Why is my gas and electric like this? You took an hour-long nap? I'm so happy, Bebop. Yours was $5.89. I'm complaining about $2.91. That's crazy. You have a whole house, though. Let's go kill our rivalry. Looks like they might be fighting somebody. Did Vic go the wrong way? I'm just watching her thing go further from the... I mean, maybe they're a bot. I don't know. Feels like there's bot fighting going on.
Oh, he's one shot. Yes.
Dad! Nerdy! Hello, girly! Where did this person go? There we go. Where's our bounty?
I saw somebody shooting over here.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
look, there they are. No, come here. Yes.
Let's go! Nerdy, this is our third game. I came in second in the first one and I got destroyed. I mean, in the first one I came in second and then the last one I got destroyed. But now I got Vicmo in here.
Oh, you can get gloves here, Grapple, with rivalry coins. Do you have any?
I have 60, but like this glove has 14. So
Here,
hold on to
here,
it.
let me. Here,
No!
I'll get you.
Oh my god, Sugar Mom!
There we go.
Thanks, Sugar Mommy.
You're welcome. They just died.
No, okay, we gotta get the contract. Oh, they're over here. Wait, what?
Oh,
I got a new one.
And they started a new one.
It's
Oh,
gonna
no.
be what? Baby Moo Cow, and they're gonna be reals because that name is ridiculous.
Oh, that sounds so cute.
Okay, not cute. We have to kill them. Not cute. They need to die. Where are they gonna have high ground?
Oh, we should probably catch them coming in.
Oh
or are you
yeah,
going
actually, it's
straight
not a
through
bad
them?
idea. I'm gonna come your way. Yeah, because I'm a little worried they're gonna have high ground and then shoot down at us.
Or shoot us in the back. That would be terrible.
Oh, that's possible now. Oh. Running for my life here.
I'm trying to look up.
Like, where are they?
I don't know. I don't see them.
Boss got a dub. Let's go. We got a lot of stream bounty winners. At 8 o'clock, around there, we will spin the wheel. Hello, how you doing today?
Do you see them, Grab?
No. Are they above me?
I have a feeling they're looking at us. Oh, you going all in, huh?
Yeah, they need to die.
I'm coming to you.
Oh, I see them.
Okay.
Hit it for 29. I don't see a partner.
Should we get above them?
Yeah, I'm above. Oh yeah, I gotta go your way, 'cause that's where.
Oh, they're right here at me.
Okay, come on. Is that them
Two
with
of
the
them.
recon scanner?
Yep. 2 of them. Lit her up.
Nice.
Dead. Lit her up.
Let's
Yes!
go! We're better! Oh, Daughters of NASA's class. That's awesome. Shinobi, hello! Guys, welcome in. We're cooking. Guys, welcome in. Oh, you had to walk to the lab and back to the apartment? Oh, that's a lot of walking. Wow. Nerdy, enjoy your night. Thank you for stopping in. Guys, happy Wednesday. We're halfway to the weekend. We're doing stream bounty, which is also bingo. I put all the winners on a wheel for a $30 Epic gift card or PayPal. So feel free to play. Thank you, Nerdy. You're so sweet.
Okay.
Let me just grab another one. Oh no, they're near a sniper rock. Down the other side. Can we get up to the sniper rock and shoot at them? Frank got a dub, let's go. Steelers dad, see you.
Do we think they're real?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, dang. They're really going
Oh
at
yeah,
it
I
over
see
there.
them. They're with the llama. One of them has an otter skin, the dinosaur.
I can't mantle here.
They're behind this rock now.
You mean to come up to you?
Whatever's easier for you. I don't see our bounty. I only see another person, but they must be there. Oh yeah, now I see them. Oh, I hit one of them. Ow.
They have to move, so we're good. If we need to move, we can hit them.
They're just shooting bullets at me. This is annoying. I hate shooting at the llama. It feels so bad.
Where's the person, though?
It's on the llama.
Oh, they're on it. They're
Yup.
on. I hit her. She's whited. She's literally so white.
Oh my god, she's so annoying! Just stay still so I can kill you!
Where is she?
Oh no, she must be in this
there-
building.
I hear the llama.
Oh,
she's
some
so
feet
weak.
on me. She's on the roof. Oh, he keeps fisting me. Dang it! He did go with the fist.
Okay, I'm running.
They're not even that good. Not me raging. He just beat me to the fisting. Oh! Yes! Big Mom's murdering them. Avenging my death. Get your crown. Our bounty grabbed your crown. No comment! Is it the fisting? Good. No, this guy's really good at the fisting. It's annoying. I said it again. What now? I'm dying. This is so funny. I'm sorry, guys. I really mean the fist. The fist I'm talking about. No! Leave Big Mo alone. I'm dying right now. I'm sorry. Beat me to the fisting. I hate when that happens. Guys, why are we like this? Oh my god, I'm dying. Oh, you buzz them in? Okay, I'll pick it up when it's in front of the door. I'll probably play like one more after this. Too bad I'm not in my banana costume to answer the door again. Like Sunday. Thanks for the lurk, Spark. Good luck putting them kids to sleep. Oh, barrels.
Oh, I see him.
Oh my god, not you getting automated. That's so funny. Yeah. Welcome to a grapple stream.
Trying to look for the next reboot van.
I really need that laugh. Thank you, Quinn. It's my honor to bring joy. Oh no, what the heckies? He's so annoying. Yeah, just get out of there. Oh, what?
What?
What? He's 13. He's a cheater. I'm reporting him.
I'm gonna mute.
I'm reporting him for no reason whatsoever. Just he annoyed me. For every 1,000 I do, one of them gets banned. Third, though, is on the bingo card, so it's not terrible. I didn't know that was endgame either. That was crazy. Quinn, you sent me a gift? Excuse me? Quinn. Oh my god, I love this. Pump up the jam. Thank you so much, Quinn. That was sweet of you. Okay, well, I don't know if Vicma's still cursing everybody out. We'll play one more.
I'm good. I'm good.
It was on the bingo card, third place. So if anybody's playing and you needed third place, it's got called. He didn't miss a single shot. I mean, I reported him. And his teammate was terrible. So, like, I don't know. I don't know, guys.
And then the audacity to rickroll on me.
Not the rickroll. Oh my god.
That's what sent me over the edge.
I'm having a terrible week. No! So seeing people smile makes me feel better. Quinn, that's what we're here for. I'm exhausted too. The lawyering, I have so many deadlines next week and I got a big mediation. So the lawyering's literally killing me. I had to cancel stream yesterday because I had to finish my work. And then, you know, Ant's recovering from his ACL meniscus surgery. So we have all that going on. I feel you, girl. Hugs. I could just see Vicmo's expression when that happened. Me too. And then she gets up and punches the wall. BTN with a 45 stream streak. Thank you so much. Maybe he's in his friend's lobby. Maybe actually. Oh, it's here? Is it outside the door? Okay, when we land, I will hide in a bush and grab the food.
You just want to go grab it and just ride. I'll ride the bus to the end.
Okay, let's do that. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay, I am back. Ooh, Spark did a hydrate. Okay, I could do that too in a second. Which one's this one? This one's L. Ooh, some Whitney Houston. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Hydrate, cheers. All right, let me see where we're going. Not bad.
I just decided to come back here.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna do top mountain and I'll drop down to you.
Okay.
Ooh. Got some fists. Guys, this will be our LG and then we will spin the wheel. It's been such a fun stream. Oh, wow, Vic was murdering people.
Oh my god, this chick scared me to death. There's a boss back here, and I didn't even know she was right
You're
behind
like,
me.
who is this person?
Yeah.
That's funny. Alright, let me come down to you. Ooh, there's some chests here.
Oh, somebody's gliding on me.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm coming. I feel like I have to sneeze again. Wanna dance with somebody? Alright, where's Vic compared to me? Oh, you're right here.
Yola.
Oh, I see him. Huh? He might be real. Oh, his teammate's
Coming
coming.
Oh, is she shooting at you or them?
I think everyone's shooting at me right now.
Well, he.
Oh no, she's shooting at me. That's crazy. As I'm trying to fight people.
I killed one.
Yeah, let's go.
Pushing the other.
Yeah, ma.
Where is the other? I keep just seeing the bot. Nice.
They're wide grab. I punched them. Oh, they died to the bot? I don't know.
The bot's here on me.
Where did she go?
Oh, she's going down the zip line. I'm gonna follow.
Okay. She should be weak unless she's gonna hit the
That's what she's
truck.
trying to do. Oh, she's hitting the launch pad now.
Okay.
I'm being
up here.
toxic and following.
Oh, I see her.
Mm-hmm. She's going up. Ah, I missed the zip. Oh no, she's down here. She's murdering me! You got her! Yes!
Hold on.
Toxic Queen! Abby, thank you for the 40 stream
this
streak!
is a good one.
Oh man, that was amazing. I did good following the person, but then they dropped and started shooting at me.
But she's got a pizza for you.
Let's go. I also have a chug jug, but make the pizza, I think, quicker. Ooh.
Oh, she had a purple thingy?
Oh, do you want it? Sorry.
No, no, you take that.
I mean, you're the one who killed everybody. And I just grabbed, like, do you want that? Oops. Oh my goodness, why am I like this? That was fun following them.
It honestly gets your adrenaline going. to
It
do that.
does. The way I have no kills though, Vic has killed everyone. One of the numbers just happened, number 15. What was it? What do you mean? Do you mean on bingo? What was it? We could call it after the game. We still gotta get our rivalry, which I didn't realize. The card's over here. Not gonna get any kills. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Here, I'll mark it off. 15. I like that you told me the number. That's helpful. Okay, there you guys go. Should I do them?
Will I take fall damage? Yeah.
Not tomorrow. I can't wait. Well, I guess you'll take fall damage. You just won't die. I'm gonna be dropping all the time. I don't care. I already know. Pingo got a winner. Let's go. Mystic got a win. Let's go. I guess we'll wait for the bounty to end and get a new one. I ain't going back on that mountain. It's crazy that team pushed too. Like came out of nowhere, pushed and died.
Yeah. I think they were after that boss, but
Oops.
nobody got her.
Nope. We just left.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she had.
There's some shocks right here.
Ooh, let me grab some.
And a purple pump.
Well, let's see. 15 teams left. It's gonna run out in 20 seconds. I'm gonna hit the board.
You need fists.
No, I'm good on the fists. Carry 6 med kits and jump off a cliff every time. Maybe. Just grab a pizza. My nose is like crazy running today. Sorry, guys. Ooh. Alright, let's see. Let me know if you see a chaos reloader anywhere.
Okay.
Oh, right here. I found one! That's crazy.
Ooh. Oh, there's a gold pump over here and more fists if you need a refresh.
No, I'm good. Oh, our bounty's coming.
Oh, okay.
Gonna go meet them.
I'd say they're real too.
Yeah. I wonder if they're fighting someone. I saw shooting this
close.
way. Oh yeah, what is that? Dynamite they're throwing? Oh god, there might be children.
Oh, they're up on the thing up there. They're up there.
Oh, well, we need them to come down. I don't want them to shoot down at us. Come down and fight us! Let's see. Let's see. Guys, happy freaking Wednesday. Thank you for being here.
No, what is that? Is
Ooh,
somebody
this
shooting back
maximizes our
here?
animal.
Oh, right here. There's feet. Grab.
Oh, they need to die. Oh, it's a
They're
whole team.
flashing.
Ow! They got explosives.
Oh, they're on the wheel.
This is annoying.
I lit one up.
70, 80. Knocked one. The other one's murdering me, though. Oh, no!
Oh, gosh. I'm coming down to you. Where are they? Do you see them? Because I'll hit them hard.
No, they're probably getting their teammate up. I knocked the teammate right here. Oh, let me come here. That was crazy. Cat got a dub. Let's go. Second time I got knocked with no kills. They're coming, I think.
They're inside this building.
Oh, they're both up now?
Oh my god.
One's whited that went into that building.
Knocked.
Got.
Yes!
Let's go! Oh my god, they have so much gold loot if you want any of this stuff. I'm gonna throw down a flowberry mist for us.
Yep.
Crazy. Let's go. I love watching a grapple Vic mode duo. Me too, Bebop. It warms my heart getting to play with Vic. She's so talented. She really hasn't helped my gameplay, like for real. It's been incredible. The Grap Vic mode journey.
Crap mode.
We gotta do a tournament one day. I feel like it would be so good. AK, you'd be so good, and I'd ride on your coattails.
No, we're good together.
Vic was also not scared to yell at me, if need be, during a game. We'd be so good. We gotta do a girly pop one. We have to.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't even our bounty. They're still up there looking at us.
Okay,
oh my god,
I'm not
they're-
going near them. Guys, we have an ad starting in a minute, by the way. Stick around because we're gonna be doing the wheel right after this game. Oh, Vic, there's only 9 people left.
Okay, 2 of them is up there.
Yeah,
looking
that's
this
good. At
way.
least we know that. This is it. 5 teams. I'm coming to you. How come they would come down and push? Oh, they're shooting at me now. They know where we are. I'm sorry.
If you want to get out of the bush, we totally can.
Yeah, I ran back. Just because I didn't want them to shoot at you. Like I ran in the bush and ran out. D3 got a dub. D3, I hope you're doing amazing. Guys, grab your stream bounty cards. We'll be spinning the wheel after this game.
Now they're fighting somebody else.
Good, I hope they die.
Ew.
Ollie in the house, let's go. Ooh, do they have another one? No, I'm too poor.
How much do you need? I've got 384.
200. Oh my god, you're gonna give me your gold? Thanks, Mom! Mick, thank you again for that raid. Guys, Mick Burley will be live on Friday. She's 10 for 12 with her partner streams. She only needs 2 more. Isn't that so surreal, Mick? I'm so proud of you. I can't believe it. Only 2 more streams you need, and then the application will eventually open. That was the hard part, waiting for the application to open and the waiting period for finding out. But I'm pretty sure once it opens, it's like a done deal. I haven't heard anyone not get it, so you're definitely gonna get it.
It's 3 teams, grab.
Oh my god, where's Vic?
I came out here.
I'm stuck!
running up.
I can't even figure out my way in the house! Guys.
We should have took the Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah, that would have been smart.
Let's do that. Let's go do that. It'll send us way in the air.
That's true, there are no guarantees, but I'm pretty sure, like, you're gonna get it. Please. But I was the same way when I was going through my thing. And now Mick and I are gonna be partners the same year. How cool is that? This is so cool. Alright, let me know when you're gonna jump. We need the other 2 teams to fight and then we third party them.
Okay, let's jump. It'll send us up.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, someone's shooting at us.
They're fighting?
They're at
Oh,
bunkers.
yeah.
No, they're shooting at us, I think.
We got a car right here. We can get in.
Oh, yeah.
What losers to just sit there the whole time.
I know. They haven't hit like 1 shot. What are they
No.
doing? That's the most confusing part to me. How many bullets do they waste there? Where's the other team?
Oh god, I
Oops.
can't get up there?
Oops.
Just hold
Oops.
on.
No one saw that, don't worry. No one saw that. Everyone's in ads anyway. 2 teams!
I'll just sit here a sec.
Oh,
Oh
we
my
have to
gosh, we
go
got so far to go.
far. Let's get in the car.
Yeah. I'll hit this rift ahead.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Let's see. If I can hit it in the car, I think.
I think you can, yeah. Ooh. Help me with the quest. Got 20,000 XP from that. Whee! I wonder if anyone's in that bush up there.
I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, there's
Well, I
just
could save it for
3
us.
teams. That's true, we could jump in it. We know one's gonna come off the mountain, and I don't know where the other. I have not seen the other team at all. Because the one team was here, right? I don't see them.
Is this even in? This is not even in.
Oh yeah, we're on the edge. Oh, they're shooting on to the left. 321. Just want to see. Oh, someone's flying in. Oh, they're fighting right here,
Hi.
Vic. We could third party this nonsense.
Okay, one's knocked here, so
One's on the
we
roof.
need to-
He's rotating to the left.
Yeah.
Missed every shot. 45 on him. Oh, he bunks.
20, 40, 60.
I wish I had bunks.
That one's going.
Who's flying in now?
There's 2 that's... I'm gonna finish this guy.
Yeah. Oh, there's one
Need
to
to
the
finish.
right too, near the
Oh,
rivalry
one's
board.
in the bush across. One's in the bush across from
I
us.
cracked Bugs Bunny. I think he died. It's just us now and the other team, I think. In
No,
the bunk.
it's still... Oh, they're shooting at one another.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, lit the bunny up. He's one shot. Well, this is so confusing because I
It
don't
is
know.
confusing. There's a bush here too.
They have to move our way.
I'm gonna go spy.
There's two in that bunk over there.
Yeah, I see the bunk. Rebirth
This is-
12? That's crazy. Oh yeah, he's still in the bunk. I see. Oh,
Oh, right here.
I'm coming back to you. Someone's
40
flying
again.
in behind us.
It's the bunny. I'm gonna look down at him.
The bunny keeps getting cracked over and over again.
Uh-huh.
They're shooting at
Now
him
they're
again.
shooting at him. Oh, down below me is two people.
Oh no, not the explosives.
Dead.
Nice. Oh, someone's behind me, shooting at me. Where?
It's his teammate, so it's 2v, 1v1. Somebody could be in that bush.
Yeah, I saw feet, so someone's definitely here.
Oh, I didn't get his crown. Oh, dang.
Go get his crown. Go get his crown. You have time. Go, go, go. You have time. Rebirth 13? I haven't even a Rebirth 14. Oh, he's in the tree. You're right. Thank you, Deformed. You were so right on that.
He jumped out of the car down here.
Where's
at
the
end.
other team?
Oh no, the other team. Oh no, the other person. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Are you joking me?
Come to me. Oh, you got.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
They're behind me.
I'm gonna die.
They have to come our way. Comes a rainbow. Where are they now? Do you see them?
Nope.
They might be in a bush. I wonder if they're... No, that's too far. Where did they go? I was getting lit up too. Oh, it's a 2v1.
Yep.
What? Like a 4th of July.
Maybe I'll bait him by coming out. I don't know. Oh, let me eat a vendetta flopper.
Please do.
He got marked.
Oh, you're right.
He's right here. He's right here.
Nice. This is gonna be a dub. Oh, let's rest. Dead. Oh, he's dead. There we go. Let's go. I killed someone with the crown too. Deform, thank you for that information. Deform was like in the tree and I looked up. I was like, what? How did I miss that? How did I not see that in the tree? We are ending on a dub. Let's go. A Vicmo Grap game. We got a dubby dub. That was a good game. Me and my 3 kills. Vic probably had 6. There we go. No worries, Allie. Feel better. Okay, so I killed someone with the crown, so I gotta mark that off. Vic, thank you so much for the games. You know I love playing
Thanks,
with
Grap.
you. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. So, we got a win. And I killed someone with the crown. Did not get 10 plus kills. Did not get a crown win. Firework. Guys, so you know, a week from Sunday, we're going to be front page, which is crazy to think about. Memorial Day weekend, that's Sunday, we're going to be front page, which is a week from Sunday. And we're going to end with some bad karaoke. I'm definitely ending that stream with some bad karaoke. It's going to be wild. I'm so excited. Guys, number 16 has been done. Did I call it? I think I did. Yeah, we did. I know, bad karaoke. Especially because it's going to be a long stream. We're front page on Twitch a week from Sunday. That's Memorial Day weekend. And the front page is like 4 to midnight or something. So I'm going to go live at 3. So it's going to be a really long stream. But I'm excited to end with some karaoke. Maggie got a dub. Rev got a dub. Hello, the power couple is in the house. Guys, oh, Fear the Beard, thank you for Gigantified emote too. I totally missed that. I'm so sorry. Guys, thank you for the GGs. Deformed really helped me out there when he said the tree. That was a turning point in the game when Deformed said tree. And I looked up and the guy was crouched in the tree. That was crazy. You got triple bingo? No, Ellie. You can only get bingo once. Gators, your birthday's the 31st, right? That's actually a week after. So Memorial Day weekend is early this year, actually, if you guys haven't noticed. It's not this weekend, it's next weekend. So I'm live on the 24th in 11 days. I have Twitch front page. Not us both forgetting to check bingo. Rev, hello. And a 20 stream streak. Thank you so much, Rev. I appreciate it. Queen Ebby also got a dub. Guys, call in all your wins right now. Call in all your wins. Call in all your wins. Deformed is sweat. I don't know how he spotted that. He was like, the tree. That's like the only thing he said. I was like, what? We ended on a dub. We had good games today. I think that all the games were pretty good. Even when I got my butt kicked, I had fun. And now we have 945 rivalries. So I just need 55 more rivalries and I'll be done and I'll hit 1,000 rivalries. That's my goal. Just gonna call it a day when we hit 1,000 rivalries. Thank you, Vicmo. Guys, that is the amazing Victorious mom who actually knows how to play Fortnite. She's actually goated in Fortnite. She's gorgeous. She has the most amazing accent. She has the most amazing family. She streams on Saturdays. We may get a surprise stream tomorrow from her when the new act drops. She should have well over 1,000 followers by now. Everyone in here, go follow her. Seriously, go follow her. It's a packed house when she streams. We all have so much fun. I just love her. So everyone go follow her. And she brings so much into my stream, and I'm so grateful. So grateful for her and her family, seriously. All right, guys, last call on these bingo cards. I got to feed Aunt and me. So last call on the bingo cards. Everyone, look at your bingo cards now if you've been away. We have 71 winners. We have 44 out of 57 events. Allie, we ordered in gyros, so it's Greek. So I have like a gyro salad. So it's like tomatoes and cucumbers with pork on it and feta cheese and pitas on the side. Me too. I'm craving it. I follow her. I just got to catch a stream. Well, maybe there's a surprise stream tomorrow. We have all our mods who go live in the Discord get a little notification to everyone. So you could always look in the Discord too when she's live. And if anybody in here wants to be in the Discord and isn't, there's the link. Best way to follow me. I'll be live again tomorrow at 5, and then, we have Sunday streams at 5. Next week will be abbreviated stream schedule. I'm only going to stream Sunday through Tuesday because I have a huge mediation on Thursday and I have to be on the train at 7 a.m. So I'm not going to stream Wednesday. I'll have to go to bed really early. So it's going to be crazy next week because I have so many deadlines, so many legal deadlines. Why are they doing this to me? I just want to have fun. I just want to be a girly pop and have fun. No. Why is this happening? Crimson, hello, welcome in. Guys, welcome in. How's everyone doing? Oh, hydrate with water, I got you. All right, guys, everyone pull your last bingo cards. Oh, you get lamb? That's why my partner gets lamb. I don't love eating lamb. I don't really eat it. I'm more of if I eat meat, it's like pork or cow. That's pretty much it. Good luck to everyone. Crimson, I hope you're having a good day. Did I say dead? What? Have fun with some interesting topics in both Minecraft and Fortnite. That's what makes us fun. That's what makes this stream fun. The craziness we talk about here. That makes sense. You only get lamb. I just feel bad eating the little babies, the little baby sheep. Although they're probably all babies. All right, guys, I'm going to close it. Hopefully a girl wins. It isn't Mother's Day. That was crazy how it was only men that won on Sunday. Fort, thank you for the 1 biddy. The lucky biddy. I love it. Thank you. All right, guys, we have 71 winners. I'm going to close bingo in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to close bingo. We're closing bingo. Bingo has been closed. Imagine if I close bingo and all the cards all the names disappeared. I'm so scared one day it's going to do that. All right. Witchy, I hope you're having a great night. Okay, we should have 71 winners on this wheel. We do. We have 71 entries. Let's go into this scene, even though it's black, doesn't matter. $67. That would have been funnier. We love 6-7 here. Actually, I could probably make this full screen. Transform. And then I could just put it down. There we go. Much better. All right. Toasty. Hello, my love. I hope you're feeling okay. Been lurking. Thank you for the lurk, Witchy. Her wheel hates me. Wow. Guys, it's like a wheel off the internet. Like, all right. We have 71 entries. I'm gonna shuffle it 6-7 times, and then we will spin the wheel. The winner has to be here, and then you'll let me know if you want the $30 Epic gift card or $30 PayPal winner's choice. Sam, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The wheel is Italian. Okay, this is crazy what you guys are all saying. Let's do a longer wheel spin. And then, yeah, this all looks good. Spin slowly. All right, guys, good luck to you all. Just got home for hanging out with a friend. Doesn't that like fill your soul, like fill your cup? I love hanging out with friends in real life. It really, because I don't do it often, and it really fills my cup. Can we spin it for a minute? No, we did 30 seconds. I'm good. My parents have a cold. Oh, that's like Ant. He's recovering from his ACL meniscus surgery. So we're almost a week into that recovery process, and I've been playing nurse. Let's see who the winner is. The winner has to be here. Oh my god, is it gonna be McBurley? No. Oh my god, is it gonna be Elf? Elf is our winner for the $30 Epic gift card or $30 PayPal. You love taking care of people. I feel like I have a limit. Like, now that we're like a week into this, I'm like, okay, are we still... All right, let's see if Elf is here. Elf, are you here? So come say hello if you're here. If not, we'll put on a timer. We'll give Elf 3 minutes. Oh, that didn't work. No, it worked. That's interesting, because I guess Twitter. Elf has 3 minutes to announce himself, or we respin the wheel. Hello, Elf. He's probably like taking care of his kids and wife too. Oh, I like this song. It almost me, I know. It's either you or Mick Burley, like right next door. 3 minutes is a long time. I feel like if you have to pee or something, it's like enough time to get back. You know what I mean? Uh-oh, Elf's gonna miss it. He won on Sunday too. He has been very lucky. We'll let the timer run. That's usually what I do is 3 minutes. Usually what I do is 3 minutes. It's okay. We still do the clock. We always, guys, we do our routine here. Maybe his phone died. Maybe he had to take care of his wife and he'll pop back in. Yeah, for fairness. Because, like, if it landed on you and you were, like, you know, getting home from work, taking care of the kids, had to take a pee break. Also, the shop changed, so we could take a look at that, too. We could take a look at the shop while we wait. I'm taking notes! Ant's doing surprisingly well, all things considered, Ozzy. He's like 80% functional. I gotta feed him some dinner. That's why we're gonna get off here. We can't go too late. CJ's back. That wasn't so bad. Welcome back, CJ. Doesn't look like anything new in the shop. I guess the big update will be tomorrow. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, nothing in the shop. This all looks old. I'm excited to see what's there tomorrow. 6-7. Should I have made it 6-7? 6-7 seconds. Yeah, nothing new in the shop, guys. Nothing new in the shop. Tina? Who's Tina? I don't even know what you saw, Spark, that caught your eye. Yeah, Overwatch after the update. It's gonna be so exciting. Maybe we'll do some item shop giveaways tomorrow, depending on like what's in the item shop, I guess. Because sometimes they don't update the item shop till the nighttime, and I try to get off by 8. Oh, Linda Belcher. Oh, Tina Belcher. There's no Tina though. It's just Linda Belcher. The mom. It's the moms. Is that even in the shop anymore? Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Linda Belcher. Me and Anne have been watching a lot of Bob's Burgers because of his surgery and he can't go anywhere. So we've been watching a lot of that. All right, where's my window capture? All right, it looks like he's about to run up on time. Yep, timer's up. Okay, we're gonna respin, remove all instances. Elf won a lot too, I feel bad. Because he did buy like 5 cards. Poor Elf. Oh wait, I don't want that. There we go. All right, we're gonna respin. Respin. We'll do a good 40 seconds. Good luck, take 2. It went from 71 to 66 entries. I know, I feel bad, but we did do 3 minutes. That's usually my rule here. You gotta be here when we spin the wheel. We'll see who's winning. Anyone can win. Anyone can win. Is June gonna win? Pingo? Sparrow? Gators? Spark? Spark's gonna win? My brand. Choppa? Lean. West Coast Lean. That ending was crazy. I had no idea. Lean, let us know if you're here. Oh my God, you're here! Yay! Lean, do you want to just DM me what you want right now? Either the $30 Epic gift card or the $30 present. Lean was ready. You snooze, you lose. Lean, you got it. Just DM me if you want the $30 Epic gift card or $30 PayPal. With PayPal, we need your email, your call. Let me know. I know. Lean was like, I'm here. I'm present. I'm sitting. I'm seated. I'm watching the show. Congratulations. Yeah, Discord's perfect because then I will square away right after the stream. Either send you a screenshot if you want the $30 or I'll PayPal you. Guys, congratulations. That was so exciting. I couldn't tell who was going to win at the end. If it was going to be Gators, Spark, my brand, or Choppa. That was crazy. And Lean won. That slow ending is wild. GG's. Okay, actually I'll get rid of that for later so I don't forget. I know, it was so fun. Guys, thank you for participating. I mean, we had 71 entries. That was massive. That was awesome. All right. Oh, I got lead. Accept. Okay, perfect. Lead, I didn't know you were a fellow girly pop. Not me looking at your picture. All right, guys, let's go to my bestie's live. And she was literally in here yapping it up. And she is live. And she's going to play Battle Royale. And funny story, Spark never plays Battle Royale. I ask her all the time to play with me. And she says no. I love your top. Thank you. I got this on Amazon. I actually have 3 different variations of this top. And every time I wear any of the variations, you guys are all like, I love that top. So let's go over to my bestie. Grab a raid command. 3 is if you're not subbed. 1, 2, or 4 is if you are subbed. Not West, my dog breaking and entering. Did you hear that? Let me make sure that she's alive and functioning over there. Oh yeah, she's there. It's her big face over there. This is so funny. All right, let's go to Sparky P. Sparky P is my real life friend. She's the reason why I started streaming. She started streaming before me. And next thing I knew, I was streaming and I went crazy with it. And here we are. She's my in real life friend. She's a neighbor. We live in neighboring towns. We used to do jiu-jitsu together. That's how we know each other, from grappling with each other for in real life. Guys, I had so much fun. Slayer, first it was Elf, but he wasn't here. So then Lean won. West Coast Lean won. Guys, thank you for playing bingo. We'll do something fun for tomorrow. 5 p.m. I'll be live to check out all the updates. I can't wait to see. I'm so excited. Be kind to each other. Be kind to Spark. She's going to freak out that we're going there with this many people. Guys, what an amazing stream. I want to thank one more time the Raiders. The Raiders were insane today. This was all you guys. Kay, Sarah, Let's Go Buddy, Mick Burley, and Snowfire. Guys, thank you for those raids. It was incredible. What a fun stream. I love you guys. Have a great, oh my God, Mick, thank you so much. Seriously. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last stream of the week. I love you guys. Bye. Bye. Of course.